Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good in this motherfucker tonight? As you see, we got niggas on the screen that ain't normally on uh and I got a feeling if the people that got the nuts that said they was gonna call the show, because it was some folks that said they wanted to talk to you, Charlie. And I want to see if they actually call. Why? Because
Woo.
tonight is Why Charlie show. We're gonna talk to Charlie tonight. We're getting all questions and everything about life is revolved around my nigga Charles in charge tonight. So first of all, let me welcome everybody to the show. How you doing? How you doing, the wonderful queen? How you doing,
Hey,
Miss
baby, how are you?
Queenie? How you doing? You having a wonderful day, baby?
I've had better, but I ain't gonna complain about it.
I feel you. Like this been one of them weeks. It's just like, I couldn't. Fuck it. Like Monday, I damn near didn't go to work. That's a whole nother goddamn story. What's up, Queen Ita? How you doing?
Hello, my Russell. How are you?
I'm doing rather good. I can't complain. I had to debate which fucking. That's a man. I'm trying to tell you right before the show. I'd be so fucking tired
I
and mixed.
did take a day yesterday. I ain't gonna lie, I took a personal day yesterday. Shit, I was in my own world, and I almost cussed the bitch out today. So she can get it.
Mm-mm.
Oh damn! Damn, not
Woo!
often do you refer to motherfuckers as bitches, but okay, I get it.
Now, when you talk about me and I ain't said nothing to you, and you talk about my name and use my name and drag my name in the mud, and I ain't didn't do you? Yeah, that's what you are. You a bitch.
Woo!
Well,
Woo!
huh?
Any
Okay.
other questions?
Well,
And you know
Charlie,
I don't do that.
what,
But hey, Charlie.
What's going on, y'all?
y'all. So Charlie then finally figured out how to get on here. As you notice, he's the only nigga without the background tonight. So we're gonna try to figure that out for next week. And we're gonna let
Yeah, we gonna let this be. Gonna let this be right here, God.
this nigga surprise the fuck out of me. I'm sitting up here waiting on the nigga to pop in on the phone line. This nigga is fucking. He just gonna come in and deal with his shit like a man tonight. I love it in you, brother. All right, what's going on, Zeke? How you feeling today, man?
What's going on, big
Come
dog?
on.
Shout out to the queen
What,
and the queen. Yep. Salute. What's going on, Charlie?
what's good, Zeke? Hey, God, they been trying to get down on you too. Last little couple of weeks. Matter of fact, last week. Glad you here on time, bro. Cause they
Don't
would they
worry,
would told your ass up this
I got
week, bro.
I got I got your back
They'd have
tonight.
told your ass up,
We
bro.
gonna get
So
in
would
this
have.
tonight.
All right, let's roll.
We gonna get into this tonight.
Okay.
No, no, no.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, shit, man.
Oh, Father.
God, it's crazy, man.
Look out for us,
Amazing.
As
Russ.
y'all, as y'all can tell,
He
I'm
on
with
that bullshit.
all of the smoke tonight.
Y'all pray for us. Pray for me and
So I need my hat.
Yeah,
play for me and Queen, because it's just
I was
I
about to
need my
say I
hat.
need to go get a shot,
I
but
got my drink. I
let me,
got my
I
drink.
got
I got my two
water.
let
step
me- tonight's show is brought to you in care of Terra Mena Tequila.
and Crown Royal Peach
Uh,
And water.
with
uh,
some Pepsi.
Couple Pepsi.
Stella Cider
Pepsi, look, Pepsi.
Couple
I got
Pepsi, bro.
and Stella
H.
Cider. I'm trying to tell you, I'm double breasted for tonight. I couldn't wait for
H2O.
tonight. It was something in my spirit. So,
Parmesan, mango, and vodka in
yeah. So I got my
Bro, man, leave.
Hey, Charlotte.
Y'all gonna get off my man Vic too. Y'all gonna stop that shit, man. Y'all be doing, y'all. I'm telling you, bro. If you don't come with it, I'm gonna get on your ass too, bro.
Oh, Zeke gonna get it tonight. We coming for that tonight.
listen, listen.
We coming for that ass tonight because he on time. Oh, we gonna pick at him because he on time too.
Okay.
He ain't exempt because he on time. Shh.
Bring it.
He just
I,
got
Oh,
a
we
little
getting
less.
it, Russ.
Look,
I'ma use
look,
your word
Charlie, he
today.
just got a little less because he ain't late.
Now you can't. Wait a minute.
Russ,
Let
I'm
me
gonna
tell you
use
something
your
right
words
now.
again.
Wait a minute. Nope, nope, nope. You cannot use none of Russell's phrases. Russell's phrases are patented by
Russell said,
the Lion King only. So
"Lion King,
go
I
back
cannot
to
tell."
your normal phrases that you've been saying. No, matter of fact, we told you last week. Don't come in here with them phrases from 2042. We need 2056 phrases tonight because that shit you've been hollering for the past year. That shit got old. So I need to hear
That
some new
bullshit.
shit tonight. Think you got to might have to think. You might have to sit there
That
and hold your head for a motherfucking
is
second. I want to hear some new
tonight.
shit tonight. And I want everybody to stick with me tonight because tonight, Mr. Charlie
Hey,
has
Rhonda.
decided to open up his world. So,
Ooh.
hey, Miss Rhonda. So, hey, Miss Charlotte. Hey,
You
Miss
ready for this,
Vicky.
Charlie? You
Check
sure?
this out. So, first of all, I want my man to introduce himself. Y'all know him already. If y'all didn't watch the show, I see the numbers going up already. I got a feeling niggas is just ready
Nick,
for
Nick,
this.
Nick, Nick.
Um, but what I want to do, since we going since we're gonna be righteous tonight, right? Let me go ahead and break it down. Since we're gonna be righteous tonight, y'all see I got the big screen up.
Righteous.
Not often do I take the fucking comments off the screen. I'm gonna only leave up this because I want y'all the motherfuckers to call in. Every nigga that told me that they was looking forward to having a conversation with Charlie, and I've had people tell me that they was gonna call in tonight. And
Charlie's
I was
here.
gonna talk to Charlie because Charlie got y'all feeling some type of way out there in well, y'all wherever the fuck y'all at, y'all feeling some type of way. Y'all hold on.
We in Charlie's
Let me
world.
let me go ahead and take.
True hurt, yo. I'm telling the truth tonight. True hurt, now. Don't get your feelings hurt now.
So as you
Uh oh.
as you see, I got my shot glasses and I got X's and O's over here because I got a fucking game where you could play fucking
Tic tac toe.
tic-tac-toe. Yeah, and get drunk on the fucking. But that's another story. But I'm on the O's tonight. You want to know why? I can't wait to figure out what some of y'all got to say. I'm just like, oh, what's next? Oh, what you say? And if you a big bad motherfucker like I think you is, and you got something to say to Charlie, this is the night of any night where I'm usually concerned about where the conversation goes. Tonight, I'm not. It's gonna go wherever it goes tonight because all
So,
I'm gonna do
Russ,
is ask previous. No, let me finish talking, nigga. I'm gonna ask previously that everyone call in if you have something to say to Charlie, that you speak in a respectful manner so that the program does not go into a disrespectful shooting match. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know this nigga's mouth. It's not gonna take much for him if you come at him wrong. So
Right.
even though he's gonna spit his opinion tonight, right? If you're gonna call the show to talk back to him, I'm gonna request that first of all that you call with the mindset of I'm going to have a conversation with him as opposed to calling just to holler at a motherfucker and argue. Can we all agree with that tonight, young ladies and gentlemen? Y'all talk to me now.
yeah,
Come on, talk to me. I'm talking to the cast now. I'm talking to y'all. Can y'all agree with me on that?
Man, I'm with all the smoke, bro. I
I,
ain't.
I
You can
know,
get
ain't
that
no
I
question. Get
celebrate
that
wars.
question to them.
I know, but I'm just asking, could you agree to the terms that I'm setting? You know, because I don't listen. I told you, G, it's gonna come how it come tonight. So this is how I want to start the show. For most of you that have never seen the show, I have a cast, and we have different topics every week, and we disagree about every fucking thing. But last week, the conversation got a little heated, and it was a chick named Queen on the show, and Queen got a little heated for a second, and then we had to reel her back in for a second. But while we was doing the show, through the comments, niggas was getting real greasy in the comments, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is interesting." So later on during that week, believe it or not, niggas started to call, and they was like, Who is this nigga? I said, that's my guy. Well, I don't be liking what the fuck he got to say. I said, well, that's so interesting because just this week we discussed this being
Woo.
as Charlie. Why Charlie? Why? Okay, so this is how I like to start the show. First of all, Charlie, please
Yes, sir.
introduce yourself to the people watching that maybe want if that maybe tuning in for the first time and they have no clue who the fuck Charlie is and they have no clue what they in store for the night. So first of all, start the conversation with who you are, sir.
Oh man, it's Charlie Biggs, yo, from Chicago, yo. I got all the smoke for everybody. Whatever you want to talk about, I let it out. Just that dude, yo. It is what it is, man. It's Charlie, man.
Okay, but you do agree that in our short time of having you on the show that you have become one of the most controversial people on the show due to your opinions, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so,
Cause I tell the truth, yo.
okay, so in all fairness, when we had this conversation last week, it was me, you, and Queen. When we had this conversation last week, I told Queen, I said, Queen, you come up with some stuff that you want to know, and I'm gonna start off right here. I want to start from the very beginning of what is the very first things that Charlie remembers being a young Charlie? Like, what was your
Mhm.
what,
You want me to get past all this weed, man?
hey, Gina, hey, we got 2 hours to hit this shit tonight, so we might as well take our time. I want to know who the fuck was Charlie. What was Charlie's upbringing? Like, was Charlie a cool kid? Was Charlie like what? Who was Charlie? What
Man, yeah,
was Charlie
I was
be
cool.
coming up? Like, give us a small synopsis of who Charlie was at around the age between 5 and 9.
5 and 9.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was a little product of the Jehovah Witness then, but I had to get up out that shit. That was a cope. I had to stop fucking with that. But 5 and 9, I was a little cool kid, man. You know, hanging in Stone Terrace, south side of Chicago. 8409, shout out to Stone Terrace, man. Y'all know what it is. Man, just a kid, man. That's all I was, man. Still, until I got corrupted by the street, then, we went to another way, but, it wasn't nothing major, though. You need to get into them teenage years. That's what you need to
I'm
get
about we getting there.
into.
We getting there. We getting there. Because I want to, like, so let's go from
How,
10 to 15.
can can we ask how did you get introduced to the streets? You went from Jehovah Witness to the streets. How did you get
Hold on, let me
introduced
get
to
to
the
my
street?
let me get through my little stage and then I'm gonna open it up to y'all because we're gonna do this in sections tonight. Everybody gonna have their moments to run with it. So between 10 and 15, what was your mindset between 10 and 15? What were you seeing between 10 and 15 that changed between 5 and 10?
Well, I moved into this place called Stone Terrace. It took me right to where I went right now. I was basically just a kid trying to get outside, bro. I was seeing my people out there. They was doing shit to interest me. I wanted to play with guns. I wanted to sell drugs. I wanted to do all that shit. So between them
Hey, from
days,
10 to
you
15,
know,
you was out there ready to pop things.
yeah, I was ready. I was ready for the bullshit, bro.
Okay,
I was ready for
who
the
would you
bullshit.
say was your biggest influence in getting in between 10 and 15 in that lifestyle that you were living? Who would you say was the biggest influence in your lifetime during that period?
My brother Craig Clay, rest in peace to the God.
Why why was
Um,
he so impactful to you?
man, because he treated me like a little brother, man. You know what I mean? It wasn't. I'm my only child, so well on my mama's side, I'm my daddy. We gonna get to my daddy story too, bro. But yeah, I got little brothers and sisters on my daddy's side, but I ain't fuck with them. But he treated me like a big brother, man. He took care of me, man. Showed me, told me if I wanted to do this, he showed me how to do this, and he just showed me love, man. And I gravitated to that shit, man. Mm, That's all, man.
Okay, now we're gonna get to some real shit. We covered from 5 to 10, 10 to 15. Now from 16 to 21, what was your mindset? Were there any changes from 10 to 15 to from 16 to 21? Was there anything
That's when
that you could say, okay, that was this is where I was and how you got there?
that's when I got into the streets, yo. That's when I got deeper into the streets, man. My man, one of my brothers, I'm gonna leave his name out here because he's doing different shit now, but he introduced me to the drug game and all that old shit. I just got deep into the streets, man. I just wanted to do what they was doing. It seemed like fun. You know what I'm saying? They was shooting, selling drugs, having fun outside. By me growing up a Jehovah's Witness, I couldn't do none of that shit, but I always wanted to do it. And these was my friends. That's all I knew. You know what I mean? And they looked like they was having fun. My mama was keeping me in the house. I'm
Facts.
fuck that shit. So you go to work, it's a wrap, yo. I'm outside, B.
So
So I got
in the streets,
outside and did my
in
thing.
the streets, you were sort of you were pulled to the streets, hanging out in the streets, but in the crib, you felt like you were sheltered and you need to break away from that.
Yeah, I had to get away from that shit, man.
Facts.
I couldn't. That wasn't me, man.
What was it
And I
about?
wanted to,
What was it about the Jehovah Witness lifestyle that determined?
they was frauds. They was a cult. They was frauds. You couldn't do shit. You couldn't be no kid. You had to be a grown up at the early age. They tried to make you do shit that my other friends was doing, and I couldn't get with that shit, man. No holidays, no. But I didn't get my first birthday cake till I was um I think 23. I think I was 23. One of my friends from the buildings, she gave me my first birthday cake when I was 23. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to grow up like that, man. They just was.
So it was a sense of you lost your child. You feel like you lost your childhood.
Yeah. I couldn't be a child. I had to take care of my mom. It was just me and my mom. She was kind of sick. So I had to take care of her because she had to keep going to work even though she was sick. So when she came home, I had to take care of her and all that shit. I ain't had no childhood, man. So when I was able to, they gave me, because they give you the decision if you're going to be a Jehovah's Witness at 12, right? All the time, right? I believe in God. I always believed in God. But I didn't, they wasn't the truth. They wasn't the truth. So,
So you made the decision at 12.
at 12 years old, they asked me, man, what you gonna do? You gonna get baptized? You gonna be a Jehovah's Witness? I'm like, hey, nah, I can't do that. I'm not gonna play both sides of the fence. I'd rather get judged on doing what I'm doing instead of playing both sides of the fence. I knew you gonna catch me smoking weed, you gonna catch me selling drugs and all this shit, and I'm knocking on your door Saturday talking about is you ready for Jesus to come back? That shit wasn't gonna rock with me, right? Because I ain't know, I ain't know if it was the truth or not. So I ain't want to play that. I ain't want to play that game. So I just decided to,
So you
go where I wanted to
made
be.
the decision at 12.
Yes, sir.
So what was the impact of making that decision in your household? Like, did you feel something? Did you get any backlash because you did not make that decision to be a Jehovah's
Oh,
Witness?
man, what? Man, they deemed me bad association. They couldn't fuck with me, man. My mom's. She was so stuck in that shit, man. She just rest in peace to the goddess, man. My mama, man. Rest in peace to her, man. She was so stuck in that shit. She was brainwashed on that shit. So it was like, man, you ain't gonna do this. You got to get the fuck out of my house. You know what I'm saying? So it came a time, probably when I was about 17 or 18, I had to go. You know what I'm saying? Then I ended up living in the crack house and just doing street shit, man. You know what
So
I
you
mean?
left the
Getting
house. You
shot.
left the house and went directly to the streets.
Yeah.
Wasn't no
That,
going, like, you probably bounced around from people cribs and stuff, but you had no solid place where you left when you left home.
no,
What?
No, it wasn't no solid place, but
That
it was all love though.
that
It was
was
all
the decision that
love
you
though.
made. Was that
You said
I
what?
said, was that the decision that you made? You said that was the decision that you made?
Yeah, that was the decision I
Okay.
made. I couldn't do it. I wasn't gonna play like I said. I wasn't gonna play both sides of the fence. So I'm gonna go onto the street. I'm gonna do what I'm doing. I'm gonna fuck with my niggas and do what I do.
At 21,
Mhm.
where were you at 21?
On the block, on the block with a mouth full of crack, selling crack. Doing street shit. I don't want to incriminate my. Oh, matter of fact, statute of limitations. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I was on the block selling crack. Doing what gang members do. You know what I'm saying? I was a certified gang member. You know what I'm saying? About the time I was 21.
Okay.
So,
Now, I'm about to ask you a very important question. I think it might pick up a lot of space of tonight's conversation. What was your relationship with women before the age of 21? Like, but up until 21, what was your relationship and thought of women at that time in your life? Because I want to start early before we get into, because I know we know some of the later things that happened to you, but I want to try to get an explanation of everything that happened to Charlie, if that's okay.
all right. Well, as far as the women, I fucked with the women, but I didn't really trust no one. This as far as because of what my relationship with my mother. And so everybody thought I was, cool. Me and my mother didn't have a good relationship just because she was in that cult. But I had a lot of good women in my life. I ain't gonna lie. I fucked over a lot of good women. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna try to sugarcoat no shit. I fucked over a lot of good women and shit, man. Just because I didn't, there was a trust factor with them. I didn't trust them. I saw a lot of shit. I saw shit I didn't supposed to see when it came down to women. And all my friends was women, so they used to put me up on game and shit. So I knew when women was on that bullshit. You know what I mean? So I peeped all that shit. And, I never really trusted women. I never had no woman. You know, as far as that, my mama fucked that shit up. I
And
ain't
that
gonna
was
lie.
that was going to be my last question because I'm getting ready to pass it over to Quinny. Do you how would you say that affected your relationship with women and your viewpoint of women?
I felt I always had to take care of women. Now, it's one thing about me, I ain't trusting, but I always felt I had to take care of women because I always grew up taking care of my mother. You know what I'm saying? So I always thought my responsibility was to take care of women. I still think that way today. I think that's the best thing that came from that shit, man, that I really realized take care of women. I love women. Hey, more men need to get into that and, protect these women out here. But it was basically the trust factor with women. I ain't trust them. I ain't trusting. I'm gonna tell you too. Y'all come with these questions. I want y'all to come with the one about my daddy too, so I can tell y'all this stuff.
Okay, at what age was that? Is that story? Were you? Is this the before 21 age or after 21 age?
Oh no, this well after
So,
21. This is after my mama
yeah, so
died.
we're
My
gonna
mama died
we're
in
gonna move through stages of your life tonight. So
yeah,
I want
that was well
Quinny
after my mama.
and everybody on the panel, please understand this, and people that are on the show, if you're gonna ask a question online, if you call in online, I think I heard somebody call in, but I'm not sure. Um, but if you're gonna ask questions, please keep questions in the time frame that we're into, because by the time we get to where we are now, it's open season with the questions. Okay, so Queenie, could you do you have any questions from the age of 5 to 21 for this young man?
Yeah, I do. I had the original question, and he basically answered it when because I was asking how did he get to the streets, and he was saying he was breaking free from Jehovah Witness and that being confined in that. Now you're at the young adult stage, and you're saying that you don't trust women, and it had something to do with your mother. I'm curious to know what happened. between you and your mother, or what did you see that makes you not trust women?
She she basically chose a religion over her son. I'm the only one that I'm the only one to take care of all this other shit. She chose this religion over my son, over me, over her son, over me. So it was like I'm looking at all women funny. Like, dude, y'all are switch up on a nigga real. I don't give a fuck what a nigga do for y'all. Y'all switch up on him. You know what I'm saying? So, it's basically the trust shit with my mother.
Did
Mhm.
you did you have that conversation with her about making that choice between the religion and you, or you just felt that?
What wasn't no conversation. It was this how they are. It's you gonna do this or you gonna do that. If you do that, you got to go. That's just how it went. Wasn't no conversation of why you was doing this and all this. I dropped out of school. Didn't nobody come up there and ask, make no look. They just let me drop out of school. They talked to my mother, and I guess she ain't say shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they sure let me drop out of school. So it was just like, yeah, yeah, it's basically a trust issue with that shit, with that joint. I ain't trust nobody there. I most definitely didn't trust no woman to have my back.
Okay, that's what I was looking for, because you were saying that it was the religion. I was thinking it was more than the religion, and what you just said
No.
put 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 a little more emphasis on it. You didn't feel she had your back. Now I'm gonna ask you about the women you say you messed over. Did they have your back the way you wanted them to?
They did, but I didn't realize that till after I fucked it all up. You know what I'm saying? I started having kids. I'm cheating on my first baby mama, and I had two more kids. She a part of it too. I love her to death. Keisha, I love her to death, man. But she took my kids away from me, and my response to that was like, "Fuck you and them kids. I'll go make some more." I ended up making gang of kids out here, you know what I mean? But that was the wrong move I did. That ended up fucking up a relationship with my kids till they got older and they realized, how life was and everything. So they, I still got a problem with one of them. She ain't forgave me yet. She's still on her bullshit. So, I just gotta wait that out.
Okay, you say she took the kids away from you. But would you say the lifestyle you were living at that time was best that the kids weren't around it?
No, no. Because where I grew up at, we was all family. You know what I'm saying? We treat our kids as real life. That's my nieces and nephews. So my kids is nieces and nephews to them. They got all these grandmothers. Nobody hurt them. You know what I mean? And it was basically, she told me that she made your lifestyle ain't conducive with your kids growing up. We'll be better off without y'all. And I'm like, man, come on, man. It ain't nothing but love. It's a whole family. It's a whole community over here. We wasn't just gang members. You know what I'm saying? We was a family. You know what I mean? We just happened to be in the gang. You know what I mean? Just the streets of Chicago. This is what it is. But we were real family. We still family to this day. That's my blood over there. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody tell me nothing about them. You know what I'm saying? Stone Tears for life. I do shit for them, man. That you supposed to do for your family, and I ain't really had that, family. So they was my family for real. They was all I had. And I had to sleep in some of my house. They mamas. I got about 10 mamas out here. So
Okay,
but
I want to ask a question because okay, I'm hearing something, and I want to make sure that we make a distinction in this conversation. You had family, but there were people that you knew that were very close to you that were not family, but you considered them to be family. Because when you say I had 10 mothers, I'm like, okay, that's impossible to have 10 mothers. You know what I'm saying? So I
not where
want
I'm
to make
from.
it no, but I'm saying I want to make it clear to everybody that's listening and following along with this story tonight that they getting the full gist of the story. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah, I guess you got.
Respond to that.
We coming to you in a minute. Come on, Queenie, continue.
Yeah, no, just to add into what Russ is saying about and Charlie saying about the 10 mothers. When we were growing up, it was called a village, taking care of the kids. So what Charlie is saying is everybody that he hung around with, whether they were blood or not, their parent treated him as if he was one of their kids. So you can go down the block and Miss Johnson to be your mama. You get down on the other end and Miss Davis is your mama too.
That's
So
a
this
fact.
is what he's saying.
That's a fact.
So this is what he's saying to everybody.
That's a fact.
Because yeah, we had a lot of mamas on the block, still do. Um, I'm going back to where the separation of you and your kids, and you said that one of your children now you still have a little bit of tension with you and a daughter,
Yeah.
and I'm at the point I'm looking at it like because you were not there for her, a lot like how you say your mother wasn't there for you.
Yeah,
Can you
go ahead.
can you own your part in that of how she's feeling?
Oh, I most definitely do. That's 95% my fault. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to handle that shit like an adult, but I had kids so early. I was, I'm fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you and them kids, man. I go make some more, which is what I did, which was dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying? I love my babies. I love all my babies, man. I love them to death, but I could have handled that better. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know how to handle it. That was
How old,
it wasn't what I knew how to handle.
how old were you when you first started having kids?
20, how old am I now? 20. I had my
Okay.
first kid at 20.
Okay, so you had just came out of being a teen and got popped with. You hadn't. That's funny because you had just come out of being a teen. You became 20, but you were not even of legal age yet. But the first kid was coming.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Queenie.
Okay. And I want to thank you for being open and candid. I really do. Because not many people would do this and own their mistakes in life. Thank you for that. Let me say that. Okay. Now, you said you made the conscious decision to say, fuck them kids, I'll have more. And so, therefore, you chose the streets over your kids and other women.
Mm, yeah. Fuck. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I'm saying this is because we originally started with mama choosing religion over you. Then you come in, the next generation, and choose the streets.
Facts.
Now, there's a generational thing going on. Now, and I'm praying that it's broke up now. But with you choosing the streets over your children, you lost valuable time.
Yes, I did.
And you didn't you actually didn't get a chance to grow because you jumped out, you jumped off the porch in some fire, going from a sheltered life to street life.
That's a fact.
And you made mention of a person who took you in as a little brother.
Yeah.
And then there was another person who taught you the game.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Now them teaching you the game, do you think that you benefited from learning anything from them?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Survival as and the hustle and not folding on shit and standing on my word and you know shit. I learned how to be a man from the street. I ain't gonna lie, man. I learned how to be a man from the street. I if it wasn't for them, ain't no telling what I'd be somewhere running around here with a skirt on. Ain't no telling, man. But them guys, they taught me some valuable lessons as being a man. You know what I'm saying? You got to stand on your word. You got to stand 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? You can't fold under the pressure. You can't push that panic button. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fight. You know what I'm saying? If it's worth it, you got to fight for what you love. You know what I mean? And they taught me that. You know what I mean? But with other shit too, far as hustling and all that old shit.
Okay, you say they taught you to be a man, stand 10 toes down, fight for what you love. At what age were you when you learned that?
Probably about probably about 15, 16. Probably about 15, 16.
Okay, you say you learned that at 15 and
Yep.
16, and you had children at 20. You didn't learn anything.
No, see, this the problem was, right? What I didn't learn from them, what they didn't teach me was how to control my emotions. And my feelings was hurt. But when your feelings get hurt, when you in the street, your feelings get hurt, you got to turn into like a dog. They gonna eat your ass. If they smell any pussy on you, they gonna eat you alive. And I took that shit with my relationships too when I ain't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it was really like, dude, because I love my little girls. I love them. They was, I could, man, I love them, though. And and her taking them away from me just because of the lifestyle I was in when I met her, I was in this lifestyle and she was in that shit with me and all this old shit. Like, dude, I didn't know how to control my emotions, so my feelings was hurting. I was drawing off my emotions. I was being emotional instead of being logical. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I didn't learn. You know what I'm saying? If I'd have learned how to control my emotions and just think that shit out when it came to women, it probably would have ended up better. But
Would it be fair to say that in the streets, on a street level, you advanced in a manly way, but with relationships you were underdeveloped with how to deal with those particular situations?
yeah, because I grew up in the crack era. You know what I'm saying? We was selling crack, so women was, try to no disrespect to the women back, y'all grandmamas now and all that over. Back then, it was no problem getting women because you had the drugs, you had the party. They used to call me the party man. I always had weed, I always had drink, I always had women, around me. I had drugs, I had all this sort of shit, and I was from where I was from, and we was pretty influential in the streets. So, if you was from there, you was one of them niggas. So, it wasn't no problem getting no women. So that shit was never a problem. Plus, I got a type of swag on me. See, I never had
No.
no problem getting no one.
Okay. Because I want to move on to Ida. Uh, we're talking about his life between the ages of 5 and 21. Shoot away.
I really don't have any questions for Charlie because I didn't get this memo beforehand, but I'm good with listening to what Charlie's saying. I'm just learning something new about Charlie, and it explains a lot about his views with women.
Okay.
How his view and trust with women, that tells a lot because it starts with your mother.
Mm-hmm.
It started with your mom. So that explains a lot with how you react to, even though, like you said, you didn't trust women, you don't trust women. It explains to even to the women that are here not to hurt you, but to love on you and care on you, like myself and Queen and some of the other ones. How when you come off, we like, what the fuck wrong with him? I have a better understanding and a better comprehension for you of how to approach you. So it's like I can't come with that lovey-dovey thing like I do with everybody else. It's more that I kind of have to come a little rougher with you.
Yeah, that lovey-dovey shit don't work
But,
with me. You know.
but nigga, I'm gonna tell you now, you're gonna have to get used to this shit because that's me. You gonna have to flip the script with this.
Oh,
This chick right here, I don't do hardcore. I'm a lovey-dovey nurturer. So
all right.
well,
I ain't got no problem with. I'm very open. I done grew a lot. Lady, I gave my life to God and everything. So I'm that was him, but
see
I'm a different
you
man
you
now.
cute, mushy me, okay?
Mm.
I ain't the one that's gonna come hardcore unless you just get out of
Okay. Come on, Zeke. You got any questions?
hand.
All right. I'm gonna start it off by saying this, Charlie. Let me finish what I'm saying. When I first met you, I'm not gonna lie, bro. By the way you came off, I thought you was a complete ass, and we're damn near cut from the same cloth because my mother, because I learned in the street. That's how I learned where I'm not allowed to cry. Because if you show you cry in the streets, they thought you was weak. If you cried, they thought you was a pussy. And if you cried, yo, the wolves were waiting to eat your ass alive. You to be a man. And the only way I didn't have a father. So for me to look at a man was in the streets. The niggas that was driving the fly cars, had all the fine ass women, had the best clothes. I was like, I want that type of level. So my mother was a holy roller, but at the same time, I was admiring those dudes because they were the gods of the neighborhood. So money
Let me
over
let
God any day when I was on there. So
let
I can relate to
go
what
ahead.
Charlie's talking about. Yes, because you were taught, the streets will teach you how to make that money. The money, the hoes, the clothes, they'll show you all that good shit. Can't tell you how to control your emotions because you can't show no emotion. You can't show no fear. Somebody sees that sniffs, even a sniff of fear. Yo, your ass is dog meat. Yo, in the moment you show emotion, sympathy, you show any type of empathy whatsoever, yo, in the streets is the lawnmower. I can understand that. And two, my brother was sex money murder. He was one of the original United Blood Nation gangs in New York City. So when something hit New York City with the Bloods, they hit it hard. So one of my brothers is one of the original Bloods. So I was always in that environment. I can understand where you came from, Charlie. I don't have no questions. Explained everything, and I'm seeing you in a whole different light, bro. I got nothing but the utmost respect for you because, like I said in the beginning, when I first saw you, just heard your voice and how you were talking, you was reckless. I thought you was an asshole, but now I'm seeing you a whole different light, brother. Real talk. I can relate to
Hey,
what you went through because I went through that shit as well. Now, my question to you is this.
hey,
I
hold
thought
on
you
for
said
I
you.
do
you.
have a question.
Hold on for you get to your
Um,
questions, G. Hold on for you get to your question. Let me straighten something out. What you said, G. I ain't. It wasn't where I grew up from. It
I hope
wasn't the
I didn't
material shit and
disrespect
everything that I drew to. Right. It was the love that was shown to me. It was the love. It wasn't no money, no car. That was just a that was bonus shit. But what I was drawn to was the love that I needed that I didn't get from my original family, my what you call it, your blood family. I
Biological.
get from this I got from the
you. Yeah.
streets, you know what I'm saying? He's still my brothers to the day. We 50 years in to this day. You know what I'm saying? They showed me love and their parents showed me love. You know what I'm saying? So it was the love that I was drawn to. It wasn't no material shit though. But I just had to
No,
straighten that out.
that's what drew me to the street.
Yeah.
No, but that's what drew me to the street. My mother told me, and sometimes when I was crying, my mother told me, don't cry, be a man. So the only role models I saw was those brothers that had the fly cars, that was driving the fly cars, wearing the hottest honey, the hose, the clothes. I was sucked into that life because I wanted to be like them. Like, yo, when you on the street and you idolize those OGs, they were the big you the little homie, and you want to becoming a big homie, and you'll do whatever it takes to get that spotlight. Whoever got that spotlight, you will do whatever it takes to get that light. That spotlight don't care who's under it. As long as there's a nigga under it, he's the fucking boss. And that's the level I wanted to be till I got my life right. So I understand where you coming from, brother, and I mad respect you. My question to you is that site, like Queen said, that your mother chose the church over you. You chose the streets over the kids. What did you do to break that cycle in your life?
Hold on, because I think that's moving past the 20 age, because he ain't got there yet.
Yeah, I ain't
I
get
need
there. I
to.
ain't get there yet. I ain't get
My
to
bad.
this
That's
day.
what I'm saying. We
I'm
breaking
sorry.
this down in stages of his life.
But make sure you come back because I want to answer that.
Okay,
So
my
Okay,
make sure you
you
come
right
back
there.
to that.
I want to back. I want to backtrack to something because I want to know if I want Charlie to understand something. When you said that your children's mother took the children away from you, as a mother, I had to make that same decision. And it wasn't because he was in the streets, it was because he was using.
But that's
And
on the
I
streets
had
on
to,
that's on in the streets on a different level because
yeah,
the streets is
yeah,
control.
yeah. But what I'm saying is there's a different level of being in the streets and then using.
Right,
So,
right.
and I hope people understand that. But the point I'm making is this: I had to make a choice, and the choice was to protect my child. And because of the lifestyle you were using of living, you have to think about all of the things that surrounded it.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that. No woman should take their child away from their father unless he's doing shit. Hold on. Unless he doing shit like beating on them or molesting them and shit like that. As far as their lifestyle, because you're not gonna be the same person you was at 24 and at you is at 30 something. You're not gonna be that same person. I don't feel no child out here is better off without their father. And no, I don't feel that. I disagree with that.
I'm not saying that it's a
Mm.
better off.
I
The word
mean,
I'm using is
when you take your child away from their father, that's how you feel. You feel your
no,
kid would be better without
it's
their
not
father.
better. It's not better. It's a protection that because what I want you to understand is okay, you in the car with your child and your op sees you.
All right.
Y'all just beef at the club and they riddle that car with bullets and you don't get hit, but that child does. Now, as a
I
mother,
get that. You want to know why I say that, bro? I
eh,
in her situation, right? Let's look at it from two different perspectives. You was the nigga on the block serving the shit, but the nigga on the block that you was serving the shit to, they did all kind of shit. You understand what I'm saying? To get what they needed from you, right? Right or wrong.
Mm, you're right.
So in her position, to leave a nigga, it is a better position to get away from that nigga if he's living that particular lifestyle. Because if you can't trust that nigga, if you can't trust your purse or the car with that nigga, you can't trust your kid with that nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Because that nigga will fuck around. You know, a lot of niggas that done some dope and shit with their kids around, but while they was getting high, they done zoned out so fucking bad that something happened to the fucking kid. You understand what I'm saying? So to a certain degree, she's exactly right when it comes down to her situation.
Okay. Well, with my situation, I knew how to move in the street. I was in the street and all I did was hung with the older cats and everything. So it's all that we kept our kids away from that type of shit, yo. So it wasn't no plus it was a whole different generation. We wasn't motherfuckers wasn't just shooting you up and they see you with your kids and all this. That's that new shit. Is they doing that. Back then,
yeah,
it
agree with
wasn't that shit wasn't happening back then. You know what I'm
yeah, it
saying?
had codes.
So
We had codes.
yeah, so had she did it, you know, I can't. Well, more how my baby mama did it, I can't agree with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because she knew she was friends. Her motherfucking cousin is my man. That's my man,
That's
yo.
what I was about to ask
She
you.
was in this life, G.
That's
You
what
know
I
what
was
I'm
about
saying?
to ask you. I was about to ask you. Now, was this a person that was out of the lifestyle, or was she in the lifestyle and then put blame on you for the same lifestyle that she was in?
Right.
Now,
I, I
that
I've never
that
dealt. I never dealt with a woman that wasn't in the life, yo. I
so
never.
that would put a
Helps.
different
That
that put a
helps.
different spin on it, because if this was a woman that was, yo, I'm trying to work a 9 to 5 and get my kids off the block and try to move to a better neighborhood, to better situation for all of us. That's a different chick than the chick that's still on the block, but she not fucking with you, but she keeping the kids away from you.
Mm.
That's a different scenario.
Every woman I've been with the shits, bro. They with the shits automatically in the door.
And we
I,
about to
I'm
get
not even. I'm not for real. I got to get this out of me, right? I'm not even attracted to women that's not.
We about to get there, because I'm about to get there right now, G. We about to get there, because that's what the meat of the story is, and we've been here for 50 minutes, so we got to get past.
Charlie don't want no
We got
unicorn.
to get past. We got to get past 21. Okay, so we're gonna go from the age of 21 to 30. What was going on in your life? Like seriously, like think to like what was you doing on a day-to-day basis at 30? We already know the hustling's in there. So if you were hustling still, just say I was still hustling, but probably on a different level. You ain't got to get no deep in that shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's
Yeah. I was still hustling. I was still in the street, bro. I was
okay.
still in the street.
So let's get to this woman thing. What was your relationship with women between the ages of 21 and 30? And
Fucking,
why? And why?
fucking.
Here we go.
What the fuck? What I got? They can't do nothing for me. They ain't trying to do nothing for me. I know what they trying to be around me for. I was a professional side piece. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. So man, all I was doing was fucking. And well, no, I had one girl. Rest in peace, Vicky. You know what I'm saying? That's my baby mama, man. That's my son mama, my daughter mama. She was she was thorough 100 with me, man. You know what I mean? I was trying to be faithful, but I didn't know how to be faithful, and I didn't trust her, so it wasn't. It was like, fuck that. I'm finna go fuck these bitches out here. I ain't finna do that shit.
I think your man Matthew said you were a whore.
Yes, I was.
Okay, I just
He
want to
was
make sure.
poor.
Shout out to
Yes,
Matthew.
yes, I was.
We normally keep the comments popping up on the side of the screen, but I'm trying to focus in on this conversation, y'all. So I am watching everything. We're gonna get to y'all comments in a minute. Okay. Um, but why were you a whore? Why you got to be a hoe, G?
Why not? Fuck, I ain't finna get married. I'm
I get,
outside.
I get
I
the why not,
mean,
but
I
why?
He
mean,
didn't know no better, Russell. He didn't know no better.
Let him
All he knew
answer
was
this. This him. Let him go. Let him
I
go.
mean, I'm outside. Gee, I don't get man. I'm juggling this. I'm juggling that. I don't get time. Man, I just want some pussy, man. Well, over my downtime. You know what I'm saying? I ain't serving or doing what the fuck I'm doing, man. I just want some pussy. Gee, I don't trust a motherfucker. I wasn't trusting the motherfucker. And it's all come back down to that trust issue I had with women. I didn't trust. I was protecting my feelings, b. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I'm an emotional dude. My nickname is Teddy Bear, bro.
Okay. So this the
You know what I'm
question.
saying?
Now this the question. This gonna be a key question. We covered the age from 5 to 21, and now we 21 to 30, right? At
Mhm.
what age did you say, "Fuck these motherfuckers"? I don't like. I ain't trying to be in nothing serious. I'm just out here fucking. I'm doing like what you just described to us. What age did you say, "Well, fuck it, that's where I'm at"?
20.
No, 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 no,
When
no.
I was
Let him
eight,
answer his own
when I
questions.
was 18, yo, I ain't never like, bro. My trust issues with women kept me out of a lot of
Okay.
relationships. They made me fuck over some good women that I
What
realized that
was
was
it at
good
18?
women.
What was it at 18? What was it at 18 that made you say, "Fuck that"? Because when I asked you, you was very specific. I was 18.
I want some pussy. I didn't want nothing else. I just wanted some pussy, bro. I ain't want trying to do all that other shit. And man, I was probably one of the last motherfuckers on my niggas that had kids. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do all that shit. I just wanted some pussy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't,
So there
it
wasn't
wasn't
no
nothing
relationship that
spectacular.
fucked you up. You just said, "Fuck it, I want some pussy."
I want some pussy. What the fuck? I ain't finna go through that shit. These niggas, man, I'm watching these niggas. They got the lie and do all this old shit and
Okay,
baby
so
mamas do. Man, I
all
ain't finna go through that shit,
the
man.
shit
I'm
that you
finna give me
tried,
some pussy. And do
all
what
the
the fuck I
okay,
do.
so out of all the shit that you tried to avoid, this is a good question, I think. Out of all the shit that you just described that you was trying to avoid, what did you run into between the ages of 21 and 30 that you didn't think that you were going to run into as far as dealing with women? Or what happened in
Loving,
your life period between 21 and
loving one of them.
loving one of them?
Loving one of them. I was scared to love, bro. I'm not good with getting my feelings hurt. I'm a real live teddy bear, bro. I'm an emotional nigga, bro. I'm not, this was a shield I had to put on to protect myself, bro. But I real live, you know, try to keep myself from loving the woman. And then, like I say, my first baby mama, I was in love with her. I was. But my second baby mama, Vicky, man, rest in peace. I was real live in love with her. That was my best motherfucking friend, yo. You know what I'm saying? I let my guard down with her, and
What happened?
She
I ended up getting her. She was a good motherfucker, but I
How you
wasn't right.
how
I
you end
wasn't
up
right. Yo.
how you
I
end up
wasn't right.
how did you end up getting hurt? Did you hurt yourself or did she or it was it hurt that she brought upon you?
I hurt myself.
How did you do that?
Let my guard down, B.
I mean,
Let my guard down and put and get my emotion. I was scared of that shit, bro. Got put my emotions into a woman, G. You got to think that shit go back to my mama. I love my mom. I love my mom. I love my mom as
I
far as all that shit. But it was like
so you never got to the point where you were able to love her or open up to her or
to
you
my mother.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out because like
Hell no, I couldn't open up to my mom. Couldn't talk to
no,
my
no,
mama
not your
about
mama, your
shit,
baby
bro.
mama. No, your baby mama. I'm sorry, your baby mama.
Oh, my baby mama, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that shit scared the shit out of me, G. I thought she's gonna use that shit against me and all that little shit, so I pushed her away. I'm
That's
with
what
that.
I'm looking
I,
for, bro. That's what I'm
like,
looking for. I'm
like
looking
get the fuck on, get the fuck on. So I do stupid shit that was pushing the motherfucker away that I really didn't want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing that shit to protect myself, G. You know what I mean?
okay. So she gave you that safe space, and you wasn't used to it,
Facts.
and you was afraid of it.
That's a fact. That's a fact right there.
Okay, because I was trying to figure out. Okay, now I want to delve a little deeper into this. You say you were vulnerable with her, and you might not want to say this because then the lady's gonna know how to get there. But what did she do that made you that comfortable to open
Well,
up?
no.
I could talk to her.
What made you so uncomfortable? Because he says he never really opened up.
No, he
I could
opened up.
talk to her, G. I could talk to her.
Okay,
I ain't have to.
and
I ain't have to be. I ain't have to be tough all the time, G. I,
You weren't worried about being judged. She didn't judge
bitch,
you. She just
it was a no judgment zone. That was it, and I
okay.
never had that before in my life. I never had it.
she gave him that safe space. Yeah, and that's why he pushed you away, Russ, because he like he said he never had it before.
That's a scary
And that's
thing.
why
I can
I'm telling
understand
you,
that.
that's what he does now.
I can understand it because guess what? Most men are afraid to really open up to a woman because in times of turmoil, most women will use the things that we open up about against us.
Men will too.
Well, I don't really know niggas that just jump down.
Men don't do that shit. That's all a woman thing, man. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all get on my ass about that shit. That's a woman trait right there.
Well, if y'all
I
want,
believe if
if
a
y'all want
man
to hurt a woman, y'all can say stuff like something
no
something we told y'all to hurt
no
them.
And
no
if a nigga do that, he's a half a feminine. He's not a man.
no. Now listen,
Man
Not
don't do.
necessarily.
Men
I
don't do
can
that.
understand a man bringing up a point about why something ain't working in a relationship, or making his argument about the relationship. But I don't get that. Oh. All right, we got a issue. So now I'm gonna tell you, yeah, and that's why your cousin don't fuck with you, and
That's
that's
that
why your mama don't fuck with you. That's
facts, bro.
that's some shit that women will say.
Real niggas don't do that shit, bro. That's a feminine trait,
Niggas
bro.
won't go that niggas won't push that button. Women will push that.
No.
Now we can agree to disagree.
Russ,
We can
no,
agree to disagree because you are a woman and
no.
you
I'm gonna
don't
say
deal with
I'm gonna use
women
your word.
and you don't deal with
I'm
women,
gonna use your word.
huh?
What did you what you call them? Bitch ass.
Well, I ain't gonna.
Bitch ass nigga, I just told y'all that he's a that them type of
Yeah, but
niggas,
I'm
them
just
type
saying.
of
I'm just
niggas is bitches, yo. They real life
what
bitches, see?
I'm saying. What I'm saying. They're out there. Is what I'm just saying. They're out there. It's not that it can't. It don't happen. It
Oh, I
does.
believe there's
So
some bitch ass niggas out there. I see it all
I'm
the
just
time.
saying they're out there, and it does happen. So I see why a lot of people don't be vulnerable with each other. That potential to hurt each other.
Okay. Do you have any more questions about 20 to 30? Because I think we about to really get into some shit after we get into this 30-30
I
stuff.
think I think I'm done.
Okay. Eda, any questions? No? Zeke, any questions?
I want to know where the cycle was broke. Like he said, his mother chose the church over him. He chose
He
over he chose the show the
no,
kids.
you
I
told.
want to know where the cycle was broken. How did he break the cycle? That's what I
We
want to
still ain't
know.
there
What
though, bro.
age
We still
We
you
ain't
still
we
at
ain't
that
we ain't that
did
we
he
ain't that. We got a long time to
gotta
go
wait
for
till
that,
we get
bro.
there, bro. Like, come on,
We
follow.
got a long, I'm gonna answer that question, bro, but we got a long time to go for that.
Yeah, we done said that. We said that we got to get to that point in his life. He ain't there in the story. Listen where we at. He's not
I'm
there in the story yet.
trying.
Okay, but you got to slow down and
Okay,
ask
my
questions
bad.
that are relevant. You have to
Slow
I
you
don't
down.
have
have
no
to ask
questions.
questions that
Continue.
listen to what I'm saying to you. You have to ask questions that are relevant to the time period in which we're talking about. That's all I'm saying. Everybody, does everybody understand that across the
I don't
board?
have no questions.
Everybody?
Continue.
No problem. Okay. Now,
Yes, mother.
from the age of 31. So how old are you now?
49.
Hmm. What the fuck happened in your life that has you to the point from 31 to 49 the way you are right now? And you can take as much time as to break it down from 31 to 49 because there had to be some significant changes in your life. I know there's significant changes you talked about on this show with your kids and everything and things that have happened. And so give us a full breakdown of what got Charlie to where Charlie is. And you can include women, all of that. Come all the way across the board. The floor is yours. No one is able to talk right now until he is done talking about his little situation. I'm the only nigga that's gonna jump in and say something to him while he's going through his little like his moments. I see your little hand jumping and having a fucking fit. What do you want to ask right quick, Queenie?
No, I was just saying. Don't forget the story about Daddy.
We,
His
that should
daddy.
all
I
be
ain't gonna let y'all forget that. That's
That's
going
all, that should all be in this 30 to 40, 40
yeah, that's in this range right here.
right there.
Okay. Let
I
me
don't know
break it
why they
down
be
to you.
thinking I don't be keeping right up with y'all, nigga. I be on it, G. I'm on it tonight.
Yeah, yeah,
Out of all the
you
nights
got it, God. You
I'm
got
really
it,
on
God.
I didn't say you had known it. I was just saying, don't forget
it. All
Daddy.
right, come on. Now, from 30
This 31 to where I'm at right now.
to where you at.
This was the first time that I got my heart broken. Right.
At what age? Mm. Sorry, we're gonna let them gray hairs think for a second.
Shit.
I
When I get with this motherfucker. Oh. And I love her to this day, man. I swear to God, she broke. I mean, I never experienced the pain like that ever
This
before in
the
my
one that
life.
you said last week. You was like, motherfuckers be telling you, like, nigga, you can never get back with her. Even you be like, I'll get back with her ass, but I shouldn't. Is this the one you was talking about last week?
Yeah,
Okay, come on. All
yeah.
right.
And
Got
I'm gonna put her name out there.
no, 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 no,
No,
no.
no. You say I can do what the fuck I want, right?
All right, well, go ahead, do what the fuck you want.
All right. It was this girl, Danica, right? I was a block nigga, right? This girl showed me a different part of what I could be, right? This first time I would travel because I've traveled everywhere. During this period of time, I traveled everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I've been all out the country, all this old shit, and this girl showed me this shit, right? You know, she celebrated my birthdays, all the shit that I didn't get from all them other years, I got from this one girl named Danica, right? Um, but I fucked that up too. I fucked that up too. I didn't know how to be sensitive. I didn't have no. What she say? She say, I didn't know how to show love. I could accept love. I know I could show love, but I couldn't accept it. You know what I'm saying? And she showed me everything. She showed me how to travel. She showed me how to live. She showed me all this old shit. And she went bad on me, right? This is how I got into.
Well,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Which one?
explain she went bad on you. Cause it's like you can't go. Listen,
She
I'm
really didn't go bad on me.
gonna keep it 100 with you, bro. You can't give us all that you just gave us. Like, she was a perfect motherfucker. She taught me and took me out the country, and she just da da da. Da. Then she went bad on me, and then jumped
She
further in the story.
she was
What the fuck
protecting her. She was protecting herself. I wasn't giving her the love back that she deserved, right?
happened? Okay,
And I didn't figure this out till after she went and everything and all this, all right. But
this you like that with us.
she didn't like how y'all asking me the question. She didn't know why I was like that. You know what I'm saying? She didn't know I was like that. She thought I was just like didn't care about it and everything. But I cared so much about this motherfucker. I mean, dude, she was the reason that I'm on my God journey now. Because
Mm.
I actually got baptized on a lie. I got baptized to try to keep her. I didn't get baptized because I loved the question they came in. You love Jesus? Oh, no. I got baptized because I love this motherfucking woman.
All
You know
right,
what I'm saying? I thought that was a way to
boy
keep
Matthew
her.
just asked the question. Your boy Matthew just said, "Did she cheat on you, bro?"
Yeah, I've been cheated on by all my women. I ain't never had a faithful woman. I've never had a faithful woman in my life. Never.
No
That's
woman.
why I can.
Whoa.
That's why I can like. That's why I can fuck with a hoe, and I'm not gonna judge her because I've never been with no faithful woman. I'm used to like sharing pussy. I'm used to sharing my woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to that shit. Ain't nothing. She showed me a little bit of love. I'm cool with that. I know you over here doing whatever you doing. I'm doing what I'm doing. Fuck it. But you the one, and I never
Okay.
like
All right.
I never experienced a faithful woman. That's never
I get that.
ever in my life.
We don't jump off track. Get back to your story.
Yeah. So
Mm.
yeah, I was with her about shit. I was with her 11 years, man. This is my longest relationship ever, man. I took in I became a stepfather. I don't even like that word, stepfather shit. I became a father to her son. You know what I'm saying? I was cool with the family. The family loved me, all this old shit. And she just got tired of me, yo. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, but the way she did it was trash. You know what I'm saying? Way she broke up with me and left me out here. This how I got into my homeless journey. This is how I got into my life right now. I'm still working my way out off of her. You know what I'm saying? And but she was a good motherfucker though. You know what I'm saying? She just didn't know how to communicate with me. And I wasn't giving her the tools to communicate with me. I wasn't letting that shit out. I wasn't, man, oh, I'm hurt. I'm ooh, I wasn't, because I ain't trust no woman with that.
How
You know what
old?
I
How
mean?
old were
That was
you?
the way you
How
could
old
get
were
to
you?
me.
How old were you when that happened?
Shit, man, I didn't get my heart broke till I was like 44, bro.
Okay.
I didn't get my heart birthday. I was 44. She's the one that did. Not my baby mom's, not none of that shit. Her. You
At
know what
what?
I'm saying?
Okay, and you're 48 now, right?
Yeah, I'm 49.
49. So at 45, right?
Mm.
Okay. So from 45 to 49, have there been any relationship damages that you can encounter or say that you had in your set?
Uh,
Then I got a
it's a
question further after that.
yeah, it's a couple of women. It's a couple of women in my life that I would have let my guard down with, but they always had other shit going on. I've never been. Like I told you, I've never been with a woman that's strictly mine. It's strictly for me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I'm always sad nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm always a sneak nigga. You know what I'm saying? When they got a problem, they come holler at me, man. We finna go smoke, drink,
Yeah.
talk about it. I listen to it. I'm a great listener.
So,
You know what I'm saying? With women.
so that's pretty much your life with the women, right? Now I
Right.
want to get to at what age was it that you had that tragedy in your life with your son? What age was that?
3 years ago.
So in between,
February 28, 2021.
so within two and a half, well, 2 years after your last major relationship, you had that tragedy happen.
Right.
Did that affect your relationship with women? And I'm wondering, okay, let me stop there. Before you answer that question, because there may be people watching this show and be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Give a brief description, because I know how you get when you talk about this, right? Give a brief description of what happened that was life changing for you.
I was in the process of changing my life, right? You know what I'm saying? I knew I had to do better because I had these kids and all this thing. So I was trying to do better with my life. So I'm working at Pepsi and all this old shit, right? But I never truly knew how to be a father. I'm not gonna cap on that. I ain't know how to be no father. Not the father I needed to be. I knew how to give them the street shit, but I ain't know how to give them the shit father's supposed to give a motherfucker, right? So, I'm working. I get a phone call from my daughter. I'm working at Pepsi at this time, working the night shift. She don't call me at 12 o'clock at night. She don't do that. She know I'm gonna cuss her ass out. Ooh, what the fuck is you doing down the motherfucking street? All this old shit, right? So she called my phone. She like, Dad, my man dead. Told me just like that. I hung up on her ass. I'm, man, stop playing with me.
Explain to
I hung up on her.
explain to the listeners who Man is.
My man is my son. My man is my son. My junior, Kevin Hobby Jr., Kevin Brian Hobby Jr. Um, that's his little nickname, man. He's always a little man. Running around like always a little man. Right? But she called me and, she told me my man was dead. I hung up on her ass. Stop playing. I'm thinking she, some bullshit. I'm gonna cuss her ass out when I get off work. I'm thinking all this old shit. She called me right back. She like, Dad, I'm sitting here looking at this nigga in a pool of blood, right?
Mm.
Um, that was my man. See? I don't that yeah, that was my man. They killed my son. That you know that changed my life drastically, yo. I dang, um
It's okay.
yeah, dude, yeah. Let me leave that alone right now.
You good?
You
You
do.
good?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let me ask this other question because this will. How do you think within that time period? Do you think that that had anything to do with after that bad breakup that you were in? How you dealt with relationships from that point on?
Yeah, I actually started loving women more, right? Let me tell you how fucked up this is. This might sound crazy to you, right? The girl I talk about that broke my heart, she helped me raise my son.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I always had my son, because I always had my son from day one. Because when he was born, he had a bleed on his brain. He was all this, so we had to nurse him back to health and get him back on this earth, right? Then his mother died. His mother got killed when he was 10. So I took him in. He was, he was living with me all this time. So during this relationship, this girl, Danica, she helped me raise my son, right? But when my son was killed, I had broke up with her. She was gone. She done moved on with another nigga. She done married this nigga, all this old shit. No, it's just that she was engaged to this nigga, right? But when I was at that funeral home, finna bury my son, and I seen her walk in, I don't know how to, it was like some type of pressure got off me. I'm up here crying, fucked up, you gotta say your final goodbyes and all that old shit. She came and stood right next to me, rubbed my back, sat there with me, all that. I mean, everything I needed at that time, she gave that to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's like what I'm searching for now. You know what I'm saying? I'm searching for that shit in a woman. You know what I'm saying? And she,
Oh, that
I'm
felt.
like, I gotta change. I gotta change how I gotta change how I am to get that type of love, because that's the type of love I need, man.
Uh,
You know what I mean? Like you gonna stick, like, because I have a fucked up life, yo. You know what I'm saying? I go through some weird ass shit, big. And she was there, but she had already moved on with this other motherfucker, so she couldn't be there for me like I needed to be. But at the most fucked up time of my life, when I had to stick my son in that hole, she was right there, G. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it woke me up on how I was treating women and how I was doing all that old shit. And, I had to change that shit, man. I gravitated to a God. The only person that could help me do this shit was God. You know what I'm saying? I realized that in my life. So that's why I'm on,
I got one more question with you, because I hear you, bro. Then why at this stage? Let's bring up last week's show, just for example, because I felt every word that just came out your mouth. Right? Why do we get the Charlie that we got last week? If, because I hit.
it's a defense, it's a defense mechanism, bro.
Okay, explain that to
It's
me.
a defense mechanism. I'm a work in progress, bro. I'm not all the way done, bro. You see what I'm saying?
I
So
get
I'm it's that shit come out now and then. And I've then had to take care of myself for so long. When I feel myself getting vulnerable and I start talking too much, I'll put that shit back on. I'll put that armor back on to protect myself. I gotta protect myself. I never had no motherfucker on my side to protect me, G. You know what I'm saying? Like I protect women. You know what I'm saying? I'll die for women I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no whooping on no woman, ain't no doing all this old shit. None of that. Ain't none of that around me. You know what I'm saying? But that
you.
that Charlie is a defense mechanism.
But
You
see,
know what I'm
this
saying? Like
I disagree, and I'm gonna let it go to Miss Pinko up there in the top.
mm,
Um, I disagree that you don't have it. I just think because when you were talking, right, even though my experiences aren't your experiences, when you related how you felt about where you wanted to be in a relationship, but what you was dealing with and what you got, but also what you had done, I had to sit there and say, well, yeah, I get all of that because there have been times where I've done a few things that have fucked up the relationship that I was in. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to well, I have to take responsibility because I haven't always taken responsibility in situations where I should have taken responsibility. But I hold strong to how I feel about what I feel about. And I have no problem with talking about what I feel about when I want to talk about it. But when it comes down to me, there is a level of, I would use the word brokenness, that when a certain conversation or a certain level of my feelings got to come out, it's an automatic, well, shit, let me break that
Shut
one
that
down.
shit down, B.
Yeah,
Shut it
you
down,
should.
B. That's how I shut it
And then it
down.
goes to a defensive of, you should know why I feel the way I fucking feel. Even though I
Right.
may not have expressed it in the manner that I maybe should have. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm getting from you. It's like I'm telling you, I'm surprised because I'm waiting. Is anybody on the phone lines? I'm waiting because I know a couple people had a few things to express, but I feel like now we at that certain level that if they want to express it, they more than likely to call in. I think the phone number's on the screen. Um, Let me do this in the same manner. Let me go to the queen and let me ask her what she's feeling. Then I'm gonna go to Ida. Then I'm gonna go to my man Zeke. Then we're gonna keep it rocking. Come on, let's go.
Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. I can relate wholeheartedly with you with that defense mechanism and not allowing people close. I can and I understand why you do it because I do it. And I'm getting better. I'm at a place of peace by myself. But there's something you said, and it's when you say, I know this person is going to do that, or they're going to cheat, they're going to be a hoe. You expecting that.
Fact.
You accept you accept that.
Facts.
So if I'm coming at you as a woman and you saying to me, I don't care what you do, you accepting my bad behavior. You're not setting boundaries. You're not saying to this person, hey, I don't deal with that. But at the same time, you would have to in yourself say, I'm not going to do that to her. You're not going to hurt that person. So I understand where you are. You're at a place now. You're like, okay, everybody free with it. You free with it. You're cool with the other person being free with it. Once you change yourself and not accept that out of yourself, you're not going to accept it out of anybody else. And you're going to get that one person who's going to be just for you. And
I
then you
hope
say,
so.
you will. It's going to take time, and it's going to shock the shit out you. It's going to shock you.
Well, this is the thing because that's a true statement. However,
Yes.
we all got to be in a position to receive it.
That's what I said.
So what I'm
It's going to start with
no,
him.
so what I'm saying is because with life we always go through circles, right? We repeat the same test until we pass it, right? You'll notice certain things happen all the time, and so until you pass the test, you feel what I'm saying? Because it can come up. It can come up tomorrow. Motherfucker can express themselves to you in a way. Motherfucker can watch this show and be like, nigga, let me talk to you, Charlie. This is how I feel about you. And you can look at that motherfucker back, I'm attracted to you and everything. And guess what? You'll be like, I'll fuck you. Cause I know that's the first thing you're gonna think about. That's we ain't even touched that tonight. We ain't even touched how you feel about fucking. Fucking a motherfucker. So
He said it
yeah,
early. He said
we
it
ain't really
early.
got into it. Like I'm trying to save him on that tonight. So if he meets somebody and they be like, nigga, I know you for a while and I'm not really fucking with you. I wanna get with you. Is he prepared to manifest that setting for himself? And I'm not asking that question in like sarcasm on him because I asked that question to myself. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
I
am I
think
I,
he
I
ready
is.
for
got.
I ready for everything that I say that I want? Am I ready to walk that journey? Am I ready to go through the
Let,
He had to take
let,
baby
let,
steps.
let,
He's
let me
ready
let
because
me
he's
let me
saying
tell you. Let me tell you. Why I say I am is because I'm accountable for all everything I do. I don't blame nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Accountability is the key to success. Success. You know what I'm saying? In anything, relationships, work, everything. You got to be accountable for yourself. So I'm accountable for that. So I think about shit before I'm doing, but it's scary, yo. You know what I'm saying? That shit is scary, right?
what what scares you?
I'm afraid. I'm afraid to be hurt, bro.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be hurt, G. You know what I mean? Like, dude, that's
It's
the worst pain.
it
That I done
you
been shot, stabbed, run over by cars, all that shit, bro. And the worst pain I felt in my whole life ever was being hurt by a woman. You know what I'm saying? But I brought that shit on myself. You know what I mean? Now it all come back to that trust issue. I don't trust. I gotta.
Matthew Mo.
That's my brother right there. Yeah, I'm holding myself accountable for everything. I'm not blaming myself for nothing other than my son being killed. I blame myself for that. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Because I didn't teach him. Like I said, I didn't know how to be a father. All I knew how to do was be a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me give you an example, right? My nephew was killed. They,
Mhm.
they shot my nephew up. They was best friends, right? So we at the funeral, right? And I see him there with all his little homies and everything. So I get them together, right? And this is how I fucked up, yo. This is really how I fucked up. I believe I fucked up. We was at the funeral, and I got them all together, and I'm like, man, y'all got it on y'all. You know what I mean? Cause just how my nephew was killed, they shot my nephew like 19 times. And like it was. Shout out to to the young God, man,
Damn.
Jabari, man, love you, man. Um, so I was putting them
R.I.P.
in it, in it, in that zone of that, and I'm like, man, y'all got it on y'all, and they was like, they was trying to show me respect as being, man, daddy and all that old shit, right? So I'm like, man, y'all ain't got it on y'all. If I catch y'all out here without it on y'all, I'm gonna fuck y'all up, man. Y'all need to keep it on y'all. Your man, that's your man. You come with your man, you leave with your man, all that shit instead of telling them to get the fuck out the street, man. You know what I'm saying? And when I said that, they started lifting their shirt up, right? It was about 10 of them here. 5 to 6 of them had that pole on, right? They like, damn, yeah, we got it on us. Look, we got it on. They call me pops. You know what I mean? Man, we got it on us, man. I was like proud, see, that y'all got it, that I could, maneuver y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? So, that me teaching my son that instead of teaching him how to get out the street, I was basically teaching them how to be in the street. You know, and I blame myself for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame my father none because he wasn't. We gonna get to that shit about my daddy. He's a fucking jerk. But
Okay, okay. Um,
Hold on right quick, Russ, because it's something else I want to say with it. So, Charlie, I'm gonna say this: you can't, and I know you take the blame for it, but you didn't pull the trigger.
it's not your
You,
fault.
it's not right. You can't. th- let me say this. I'm gonna be blunt with you. You wasn't the nigga that pulled the trigger to shot and killed your son. You didn't know how to tell him to get out the streets because you didn't know how to get out the fully to get out the streets because nobody taught you how to get out the streets but yourself. You had to go through some traumas and some downfalls in order to learn that I got to get out these streets. You didn't have that capability and culpability to learn how to get yourself out the streets to be able to teach your son to get out the streets. So you got something that's hanging over your head. You keep blaming yourself for his death. You didn't pull the trigger. You didn't put the gun in the young man, whoever it was that took his life. You didn't put the gun in their hands. You didn't know. You did as best as you could of what you best was taught and what you had. You had the tools. You used the tools that you had. So you got to take and stop taking the responsibility of it was my fault. I got my son killed. You didn't get him killed.
Hold on, we got a
You
caller
didn't
on.
put the gun in
We
that
got a
man's
caller on the
hands.
line. I want to get the caller in. We got a caller on the telephone.
Who on the
Hello?
phone?
Yeah, how you doing? Who is that?
Hello?
Yeah, yes, sir.
I'm all right. This time, Matthew Moten.
How you
Yeah,
doing, man?
basically, I'm good. I went to grammar school with Kev, you know what I'm saying? So, look, right, this is the thing, right? So, I got two things that I wanted to say. As far as the female thing, when he said that at the funeral when she walked in, it kind of gave me chills when he said when she rubbed his back, she took everything out. Like, that was what he needed, right? And he said that he's looking for that female to give him that same thing. Ask him, is he missing out on other women looking for that one, you know, like, is he missing out on other women looking for that part of it? You know what I'm saying?
Good question.
Charlie?
Any other things you want to say about that before Charlie responds?
And then the second question, then the second thing is, um, I disagree with him being the reason why his son died. I called him and told him, I said, bro, listen, I don't agree with that because with the way of the streets, sometimes that's how we feel. We feel like keep y'all pole on y'all because the way the streets is right now, you gotta keep your pole on. I mean, it's probably not a good thing, but if you got it, keep it because it's your protection. So I don't want him to feel like it was his fault. You know what I'm saying? And basically that's it though. You know, so those are two questions I had to ask him, and you know, just check up on that and see how he feel.
All right, Charlie, come on, talk to me. Appreciate you, Matt. Appreciate you.
Yeah, that's the brother, man. That's my brother, man. That's the God, man. It's like if I would have chose better in my life, it would have went down on my son. Everything rolls down the hill, so it would have went down on my son. Like if you bump into one of my kids, the only thing they can say about they daddy is, man, he real, man. He was in the streets, man. He a real nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no pussy, ain't no, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no killer, but gee, I'm not no pussy. Ain't no bitch in me, nowhere,
Ain't no
no
killer, but
time,
don't push me.
nothing, right? So,
The words of Pac.
right. And so if I was, if I'd have made better decisions in my life, man, I could have got him out of that shit. I'd have know how to deal with that situation better. But I only knew how to deal with that shit the way I knew how to deal with it, man. Keep that pole on you. Because my son actually, the night he got shot, he had it on. He killed one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Before they killed him. You know, it's just that's how it's gonna take a long time for me to get over that. And I'm not blaming myself for that, just because of the way I live my life and the things that I did in my life and all that. I truly feel like they say karma is a motherfucker. Karma will skip you and hit one of your kids. G. I truly believe that, and I believe that's what happened with me. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm trying to fix that. I've got my relationship with God is a whole lot better. You know what I'm saying? He number one in my life, and he done brought me through so much shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I can forgive motherfuckers. That's why I don't judge people. You know what I'm saying? you know, like I'm a no free, I'm a no judgment zone over here. I don't care what you are, I don't care what you've been in your life. I'm gonna look in you and see the good in you. You know, I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's just what I'm. Oh, that's what I'm looking for in a woman. I don't know if I ever find that. You know what I'm saying? Like to really like want to like sit down with me and like know what's up. Cause I'm a good dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a good dude. I'm not one of these motherfuckers. I just had to do what I had to survive. G. You know what I'm saying? And while you know
Okay.
where I come and who I'm associated with, it's just how I had to be, yo.
Okay, let me get Zeke up in here because then I want to ask you this
Did
question:
I
What happened
miss something?
between you and your daddy? But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
come on with it.
Hey, hold on, Russ. Hold on for you get Z, because I want to make sure I ain't missed something when Matthew asked the question of what he said. So, because I'm sitting here and I was like, did I miss something? Because I know I was sitting here listening to Charlie and I zoned in. But Matthew asked you, do you feel like, are you holding out because of that same thing that you wanted? Are you feeling like you're missing out on that with somebody else?
yeah, he did ask that.
Yeah,
Because I was like, maybe I'm bugging.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Is Matthew still
he
there?
said yeah. He said yeah.
Okay,
Yep,
so
yep,
with
I'm here.
that, with
I'm
your
here.
son, you're asking, is that what his son whole thing with his son thing? Is that what you're saying? Is asking, is the thing with his son is why he feels like he would be missing out on getting being with a woman now, or the incident that happened at the funeral with his ex? I'm just trying to
All
get.
of it
Well, I
combined.
think
All
all
of
of
it.
it
All
tied
of it
in
combined.
together. You
Funeral.
can't
I just want
And
to get
you
clear.
can't remove
I
one
got
from
you.
the
everything
other.
combined.
Okay,
Right.
I just want to make sure we got clear.
And combined with it. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
get a
with
line.
his son. Then also when he said that she walked into the place and she just them couple minutes when she rubbed his back, it made it seem okay. Everything was okay. You know what
It
I'm
was
saying?
a
Like to the
comfort,
point where
right?
this what I need. So my thing is he missing out on his next woman because he's looking just for that. You know what I mean?
Well, see, this is my question though too. Is he missing out on a woman that could actually give him that as well? You know, you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Like
Facts,
because you could
facts.
just. I know personally, y'all may find this hard to believe, but I have been hurt in my day in time. And that has an effect on what I deal with now. My temperament, everything.
You
Now,
don't say.
when it comes up, they mention it. No, this is the truth. I don't know what you're laughing at. This is the truth.
I'm laughing at something
When
else.
they mention it,
You dead wrong, Peter.
I'm honestly like, yo, I know. It's almost to a point like, yeah, I know that's me. You didn't know that's me? This is the way I am. As opposed to some people get to certain situations and they just deny who they are. At a certain point, and with me, I always get to that. Well, fuck it. This what you want. This what you getting. And that
Mm.
doesn't always turn out to be the best decision. I already know where she's going, but that is again the defense mechanism that you were talking about, Queenie, that he's using. I could say I know what my defense mechanisms are. You understand what I'm saying? I don't.
It's a little deeper than that.
Okay, come on,
Say it.
psychologist. Hold on,
it's
hold on, hold on.
it's
It's
a
on
little
Zeke.
deeper.
Let me get
Tell
Zeke
him.
in here because I want to get Zeke in here. I don't want. Come on, Zeke.
Zeke gonna go laugh.
Come on.
Yeah.
Don't come on.
Can
Wait a
you?
minute.
Hey
Let Zeke.
man, get off my man's man. Get off man Zeke, man. Do your thing, God.
Okay. Rest in peace to your sis. All my kids are dead. All right. Let's keep it a buck. And then I lost just recently. So me, like I said, my relationships is completely different. God don't want me to have a wife. So I'm meant to be alone, solo. I'm meant to be alone, and I've accepted it as my axiom. Now, question to you as a father, you said that you could have done something. Don't you think you could have put a book book in your hand instead of a gun for your son to use? Do you think you could have pushed him more school as opposed to choosing the life of the streets? Like, do you feel you could have done that? Why didn't you do that? I mean, I'm not saying your son dying was all like Edith said, and I appreciate Edith for ministering. Did that for me. Believe it or not, just saved my life when I thought it was an option. So I know in that light. And my question, instead of a gun, don't you think you could have put a book in his hand or educational or some other direction other than to the street? What is your thoughts on that, brother?
And let me tell you,
And
right?
again, I'm not
I
blaming
did all
you
that.
for your son's.
Hold on, God. Hold on, God. I did
Okay.
all that. I went by the
Mm-hmm.
rule book, how they supposed to say you supposed to move
Okay.
your kid out the neighborhood. I did that. I put him in the best school. I did that. My son was going to college, bro. You know what I'm saying? I took him on trips. I
Okay.
tried to change his mindset. He was I put him on that plane. Let's go back to this girl, this fucking Denise. But I put him on this plane and showed him how traveling and all that shit. And that's all he wanted to do was try. Man, we was talking about. He was on his way to Miami. You know what I'm saying? Daddy, I just booked my flight to Miami, man. You know, I'm tweaking off that traveling shit, man. You had me on look, ooh, all this old shit. Like I did all that. Took him to the 40/40 club. You know what I'm saying? I took him to the Barclays Center. I did all that shit, man. The one thing I couldn't do was stop him from going to visit his grandma. He died at his grandma's house. He died. He got killed at his grandma's house.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? So that was the one thing I couldn't
sad.
do. But as far as all that other shit, I tried that shit, and they still killed him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't really know how to explain it, but it's like
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I felt it was I felt it by him having that pole on him, I felt that was gonna save his life better than the education,
Oh,
especially where we from, Chicago, all that, man. And we don't got no resources, nobody. The shit I had to move him all the way to the suburbs and all that shit just to get him on the path to where the fuck he was. You know, he was trying to go. Good kid, man. Good kid.
I got a
He
question
was a
for
good
you.
kid.
You keep mentioning your pops all night.
You didn't let me answer my question.
Okay, I get to you in a minute because it's 8:45.
I'm not even done with my
You keep
question.
I know, so it's 8:45. You keep mentioning your pops.
Right.
What did your pops have to do in this whole time period with where you are?
My old man. Let me tell you about this. He was one of them motherfuckers to tell you, man, he gonna pick you up, Great American. You sitting in that window waiting on this motherfucker to come, and he ain't never come. So I fuck him. You know what I'm saying? But right after my mama died, right, I went to go visit my dad,
After your
and
biological
for
mother
some,
died.
yeah, this is right after my mama died. Right,
What year was this?
this was 2020. This is 2020. Um, I just went over there looking for some love or something from my parent, the only parent I got, you know what I mean, other than my street family and whatever. But and we sitting in this garage, right? And it just, I don't know how this conversation came up. I asked this motherfucker, like, bro, why you used to beat on my mama like that? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you
I
were.
used to beat the shit out of my
I
mama.
remember.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember.
That's why I can't put my hands on no woman. All that shit they be talking about, that shit passed down to yo, that's a fucking lie, G. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't hit women. I super protective of women. You know, but I'm like, dude, why you used to beat on my mama like that? He like, man, I ain't trying to talk about that. I'm like, bro, like, man, I'm grown now, bro. I done been through my relationships and all that shit. I can understand. You know what I'm saying? He like, you want to know? I'm like, yeah. He like, man, I ain't really love your mom. I say, what? Man, I ain't love your mama. Man, your mama was my hoe. I say, bro, you know you talking about my mama. My mama dead, bro. I'm finna get riled up on you. He like, no, you asked the question. Look, I'm gonna tell you the real shit, right? All the time. This explained a lot of shit to me. He said it on some weird shit, but he explained a lot of shit, right? My mama was a hoe. My daddy was a pimp. My daddy was selling my mama. My mom was out here selling pussy. You know what I mean? And he like, man, I ain't love her, man. I was just using her for some pussy, get some money off of her, all this old shit. This how my daddy talking to me. You know, and they kind of fucked me up. Yo, right? Because I wasn't expect that shit. I wasn't expecting. I was expecting to use a drunk ass nigga use some shit. I didn't know my daddy was a motherfucker. You was selling out here selling my mama, and I'm like, then that made me look at my mama a different way too. You know what I'm saying? Now it started registering to me why you was so into all this religion, you was so religious and all this old shit, because the motherfuckers that be super religious got them skeletons in their motherfucking closet they don't be wanting to tell no motherfucker about. You know what I'm saying? And he just let me know, man. My mama was a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? My daddy was selling my mom. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't judge. I might say it the wrong way, but that's why I kind of draw towards women that have a past, and I can't judge because I never know why they in that situation. Like I'm gonna sit down and listen to them, man. Why you selling pussy, bro? Or why you letting this nigga beat on you and all this old shit, man? You know what I'm saying?
And that
So
explains something because I think I asked you like a week ago. I was like, man, why do you choose the type of women that you choose? Remember that conversation we had, and you was like,
yeah, that was it, bro. That's the answer to the question. My mama was a hoe. You know what I'm saying? My mom was, you know what I'm saying? My daddy was a pimp. My daddy was from the west
let me
side.
ask you a question though. Do you think
Mm-hmm.
that fact right there, and the fact that you know that, and the fact that you had to grow up with that to a certain degree, because there had to be a certain resistance from pops at a certain point, a certain resistance from moms because of the lifestyle that she went into because of her prior lifestyle that you didn't know about, right?
Yeah,
There had to be um, a weird way that you took all of that information. It's got to be because I'm thinking about my own mother. When my aunties and shit, they tell me stories about my mom, and if I tell my mama them stories, my mama will shut the fuck down immediately. She don't even want to talk about those days. And I'm like, yo, it's just a funny story. But for her, it's a part of her life she doesn't want to relive.
right. Yeah, that was the case with my mom. It made me understand a lot about my mom. Why I never seen my mama go. I've never seen my mama go on a date. I never seen the man come to my house. I never seen her interested in no man, no shit like this. Never in my life. I've never seen the motherfucker love on my mom.
So with knowing
Now,
so no
when my daddy told me that, I understood why.
so
You know what
with
I'm
knowing
saying? She ain't fucking with niggas.
with knowing that, right? How does that change the Charlie of the 48 years prior to this day, or 49 years prior to this day, and the Charlie
This is why I don't.
that
This,
will move?
this is why I don't judge women, bro. I don't judge women, bro. I gotta
That
see
comes off a little.
what's
That
going on.
comes off.
Why are you in this?
Okay.
Why are you in this? I'm not just gonna tell she a hoe. Why you a hoe, B? What happened? You know what I'm saying? And I could forget it. You could tell me certain shit like I could. Okay, okay. Come on, baby, I love you. Come
But
on.
across on the show sometimes, brother. And I understand you explained this earlier that it's a defense mechanism. But across on the show, sometimes it comes off as all women do this. All women do that. Fuck all women. So, with hearing the two sides of Charlie, where's Charlie really at? That's my question. Because I do understand the Charlie that was explained tonight and that became the Charlie that he is. But I also understand the Charlie that Charlie wants to be. But those are two different niggas. They walk, they talk, they deal with people differently. They lay down with different type of people, right? Would you agree with that? Because the Charlie that
Facts.
was on the block shooting shit up, hey, that shouldn't be the type of woman Charlie gonna fuck with it right now. If Charlie's looking for the
Right.
love and the commitment that Charlie wants, right? So how do you make that? How do you make that connection of where you are and where you want to be? How do you make that distinction? How do you start moving towards where you want to be and knowing where you came from? Because there's nothing wrong with where you came from, but to get to where you want to be, there has to be some changes to take place in you, and there has to be changes in the desires of what you want out of a woman as well.
It's like it go back to the accountability shit. G. I'm accountable for my shit, bro. I know it comes out of me right, but I know I'm doing wrong. That's why I say, like, one time we was on here and I was calling motherfuckers bitches and all that old shit, right? Like, and I had to come back and explain, like, I wasn't calling you a bitch. I was just, the way she was acting was on some bitch shit. You know what I'm saying? And I say that shit about niggas too. It's a whole
I
lot of
agree.
bitch ass niggas.
I say that all the time.
You feel what I'm saying? So the bitch word just not exclusive to women.
Right.
It's that shit is universal with me, man. Bro, you acting like a bitch, bro. Get your pussy ass on somewhere.
But
Man, shorty, you acting like a bitch right now. What did you want, yo? Like, dude, it's shit like that, man. So,
do you
but
agree that women view that differently when that discussion is about?
I do. That's why I have to go and explain. That's why I felt I have to go and explain, like, I'm not calling you a bitch. See, this is just this is just probably how I felt you came off you know what I'm saying? You came and you showed me some little ways that reminded me of a bitch, but I wasn't calling you no bitch or no shit like that. I'm not calling every woman a bitch, man. It's just like, G, if I see, I'm gonna call it the way I see it, G.
So let
If
me
you
be
come across me like that, that's how I'm gonna call it,
let
yo.
me be clear for people that are watching the show. On a show like tonight, we haven't ran any clips tonight, but we usually run clips. And after the clips, everybody gives their opinion about the clips. And Charlie has no problem saying that bitch right there, this motherfucking bitch, I'd fuck that bitch up. And then the type of woman that we describe when we would get with, and this is another question that I got for you, because when we talk about the type of woman that you would fuck with, the woman that you're describing right now is not the woman that you say that you would fuck with. Because a lot of times on the show, when we have conversation and we run clips, you be like, where that bitch at? I want that bitch right there. But
You know why, bro?
okay,
You know why?
explain it to me.
Because that's what I expect, yo. She can't hurt me. A hoe can't hurt me because I expect her to be a hoe. You see what I'm saying? That's why I would lay down with a hoe. You talk about I won't fuck with a motherfucker, but I will fuck with a hoe because I expect her to be a hoe. So when I find out she being a hoe, it's not gonna bother me. Not gonna be no problem. I'm stay in my lane. Well, am I your number one nigga or I'm your number two nigga? I don't have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I got to get out of that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know that's a problem that I get, and I got to get out that shit. So I'm working on that shit. Like I say, I'm a work in progress, bro. I'm not like I'm nowhere near done, but I'm working on that shit. I'm working on myself. I'm working on my relationship with God. I'm working on my relationship with women. You know what I'm saying? And when you correct me or a woman correct me on that, I have no problem with, oh man, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I was wrong with that. You
I
know
can
what I'm
give
saying? I
you that. I
shouldn't
can
have
give you that.
addressed that like that,
I
you
definitely
know.
give you
But
that. Okay,
it just comes from it. Just,
I'm about to come.
go ahead, bro.
If you don't let me dictate my show tonight, I swear to God, I'm gonna go ape shit crazy.
Look, I'm just
Zeke,
trying to add to it.
Zeke, come on, ask your question, Zeke.
What? All right. I'm not asking a question. I'm adding to this question, and I understand because I was throwing the word around, and yo, people, but we are in a society where women call those bitches. They'll say, I'm a bad bitch. They'll say, yo, I'm a savage bitch. I'm this bitch. And they will call each other their homegirls. They call them bitches. So one where some women are calling themselves bitches, but will be offended if a man called them a bitch. So I'm looking at it from different points of views, but I see where I just wanted to add that where we're in a society where some women call each other bitches. They
It's a
go, "Yo,
different
you
kind of
a bad bitch." They say it is a term of endearment. But if we Charlie throws the bitch word around, people are offended. If you act, you talk like a bitch, you you act like a bitch. I'ma look at you as a bitch. Why? So why be offended? All the bitch. If you act like one, you talk like one, you look supposed to call you a nice proper young. Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not shooting shots at nobody.
It's can I answer that question?
Go ahead, please.
It's a better way to address a woman like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even if she acting like a bitch, it's a better way to address her, bro. You know what I'm saying, man, baby? You know you tripping. You know what I'm saying? I could use this. You could use different language and shit and say, because a bitch, it's different from when a woman called another woman a bitch. You saying it's just like us calling each other niggas. Ain't no white motherfucker finna come over and call us no nigga. We gonna snap out. You know what I'm saying? So she might be doing that shit, but it's a
I
better
see.
way to address her with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I'm working on or whatever like that. You know, it still slipped out of me. I ain't gonna lie. It still slipped out. You know, that's I feel that's why, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, it's just like a white man come calling us a nigga. You know what I'm saying? But we call each other niggas all day. You know, and you my nigga. You know what I'm saying? White motherfucker can't come call us that, but a woman and another woman could call. That's just how they talk to each other, bro. You
Man,
know what
and you know what?
I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this real quick on this word, nigga. I found this out this week. The word nigga was not a bad term until the white man used
Facts.
what we had and the reference of the word nigga and turned it into a bad terminology. So
Correct.
you're like, what do
Facts.
you, I mean? In Africa, we named things Negro, Negra, Black, all that. We named ourselves that. We were known as Negro people. Once we came over, the white person used Negro as an offense to us, like nigga, you supposed to be this so-called high and mighty motherfucker, but look at you
Right.
now. Look at you now, nigga. So that's like
Because nigger,
it's like a
NIGGR, is
motherfucker saying,
ignorant.
look at you now, King. King, you on your knees now, King, picking my cotton, King.
Let's be
That,
clear.
that blew my mind because
Right.
we grow up hearing the word nigga. We grow up hearing how we should feel about the word nigga, but once we find out that the word nig and everything that refers to the word negra or negro or anything go do your research. I'm just telling you, go do your research. Once
Right.
you
Because the word
find out
nigger is
that
referred to
word was
ignorance.
a word of endearment,
Ignorance.
it was not a
Right.
word to be used against us. So,
Nope.
so it blew my mind because I was like, well, guess what? We call each other niggas all the goddamn time.
but you see how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't say nigger, you say nigga with an A.
But
The word nigger with an ER is an ignorant person or ignorant being that means dirty. Whereas nigga is a whole different ball
yeah,
game.
so they took
They
No,
took
they
it and
like
took
made it
our
different.
they took
Mhm.
they took what was precious
Right.
to us and turned it against us and used it in such a dirty way that it
Mhm.
became dirty to us and we began to referring to each other in a negative way,
Mhm. Right.
knowing that we should be referring to each other in a term of
Positive.
what's up, King? What's up, Queen?
Mhm.
What's up, my nigga? Instead of the what's up, nigga? That's my
I,
nigga.
I, I believe that word, them calling each other kings and queens, is disrespectful, bro.
It is.
Because we were not made in the image of a queen or a king. We was made in the image of a
God.
god. That's
Yeah,
why I call you God. That's why I call one of my women goddesses. Because we were made in the image of God. I was not made in the image of a king.
that's
King is
that's
is
good. That's
is
good. That's good deep shit right there, bro.
that's no, I don't do that. I'm not that type of person. I'm gonna always address you as God.
Charlie,
And
I
if
thought
you
you
look
come
at
up
it,
tonight. You
and
be
if you look
well,
at it, when they say God is King of Kings, so to speak,
Mhm.
and
No, we're
when they
not
say
gonna
if you
we're
want to
not
take
gonna
that back,
I'm not
so,
I'm gonna address you as a goddess, because that's what you are.
no, that's fine.
but even in the biblical structures, because you said you're a Christian, even in the
Who?
biblical
Who a
no
Christian?
Christian.
Who?
Christian.
Who's a Christian?
I'm
Christian.
talking to, he said it down here earlier in the
damn,
show. He.
No, he
ain't
not.
no
As in
such thing.
Charlie.
Charlie ain't no Christian.
Are you
Fine.
are
I ain't
you
never you ain't never hear me say I'm a Christian. I don't have no religion. I'm a spiritual brother. I'm not associated with no religion, bro.
okay? Guess what we talking about next week?
Oh snap.
We talking about religion next week.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
Oh, Lord.
Oh shit.
one of my
Oh,
favorite.
No, Charlie, don't be trying to get all
No,
different now.
I'm with all the smoke, G. I'm
No,
with
don't
all
be
like,
trying
are
that.
y'all ready? Yeah, y'all ready? I'm with all the smoke, G.
What you mean by are we ready,
Yeah,
Charlie?
that's a tough little conversation right there. That religion and
woo.
politics, I'm with all that shit.
Oh well, we could
So
go
what?
good then. Me and Charlie,
That's
Look,
the
Queen,
we
I
gonna be
got
best
look.
different.
friends.
I'm gonna
Wait a
message
minute.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
Charlie.
That's the conversation for the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
Religion.
Yeah, but I have seen a
Yeah.
difference in
Let's
Charlie
listen. I want
tonight.
everybody to get this shit because I ain't gonna repeat it. Next week is
What?
religion, and the following week is politics.
Okay, I don't want to talk about politics. I'm talking
No,
about
I'm
Charlie
making sure
tonight.
niggas know what we're talking about for
Oh,
the
we
next
I
week.
hear
forgot.
what you're saying,
Amen. Amen. Come on now. Come on. Talk to me now.
but I have seen a difference. And Queen, if you speak, say, can say it with me. I have seen a different Charlie tonight.
Yeah.
I have learned something new about Charlie. Well, I've known some things and I've wondered why. But Charlie, you kind of gave us an insight on who you really are and why you put your mechanisms up. Now I understand why you became so defensive with us the last
Well,
2
Queenie,
weeks.
explain how this show even came up. How we ended the show last week
How we get
and
ready
it
for
was
my
just on
Charlie?
mine and how that little conversation just popped up.
Oh yeah.
Because I went ape shit. I mean,
That's it. Go ahead.
Hey, yep, yep. Go ahead on.
You said
Yep,
it.
you did. You
Ain't
did.
You
shit.
went ape shit. You just in it.
because
Ain't
we
shit.
having a discussion, and Russ said some stuff, and then Charlie said some stuff, and then I went ape shit. And then at the end
Mhm.
of it, I calmed down, and so we were talking, and I said, you know what, we need to go one on one with Charlie, and I'm glad that we did do that because Charlie's always been open and honest
Yeah.
about who he is, how he feels, what he thinks, and all of this. But this one on one gave a answer to a lot of questions.
Yep.
Gave an answer to a lot of questions
Mhm.
because, and I kind of called out some of the stuff when I was calling people gutter rats and why you was dealing with gutter rats.
We understand why
But
now.
now I get why those things gravitate to you. And I'm not saying it in a negative way, but I understand why those things gravitate to you. Is because you, like you said, you're not judgmental in it, so you accept it. you will let it get close to you, but not so much. You'll let it get close to you, but not close enough to hurt you. If you understand what I'm saying, because you expect it to, so you already know what to expect. So you're like, oh, I can deal with this. But that one thing or one person who could actually hurt you, you push away. And I'm seeing this
Yeah.
in this conversation that you gave today. But it's something else that I noticed too, Charlie. And I wanted to ask this, and I'm sorry because I'm going off a tangent. Your relationship with your father, was he there the whole time or did he just come in at the latter part? Hello?
Dude was not there at all. Dude was a fucking liar. All that shit. I really got in tune with my father when I was 19. It was too late by the time I was 19. And the only reason that he got in tune with me, and this is a true motherfucking statement. I heard it from his mouth. He told me this, right? The only reason he fucked with me when I was 19 was he actually picked me up to let me come live with him, right? When I was 19. I was into all type of shit, right? And him and my mama had some type of discussion. And he came to pick me up off the corner, right? I'm standing on the corner with my niggas. We out here about 30 deep, whatever. And he like, man, you gonna come with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, I'm finally finna fuck with my daddy. I actually went to college. I was doing good in college. I was getting A's and B's in college. I'm putting my shit on the I'm trying to impress this nigga and all this old shit. You know why he asked me to come live with him?
Why?
So I could stay long enough where he could get off child support. And once they got him off that child support, he kicked me out, dropped me off right where the spot he picked me up. So that nigga is a fucking, and the bad part about it, I love the nigga. Yeah? He gave me life, G. You know what I'm saying? I gotta love him because he gave me life. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? So my kids wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? So it's a conflict with me that I got. I fight with this nigga. That's why you know, I try to stay
It's
away
Hold
from
on,
dude.
Russ. Hold on, Russ. Okay, with you saying that, you just confirmed something for me. You have
What's that?
abandonment issues. You have abandonment issues.
I do.
Everybody,
I do.
yeah, everybody that you've ever loved or tried to love
I can actually,
somehow abandon you one way or another.
I think a lot. Listen, I think a lot of men have abandonment issues. I think a lot of men have abandonment issues. If you think about the relationship data of missing fathers in
Facts.
in a household,
Mm-hmm.
young, especially young boys, but young kids, period, grow up with abandonment issues towards their fathers.
Yeah, some
A
element of
lot
it.
more common
Mm-hmm.
than uncommon. I like Charlie know this for a fact. Me and him talked about a week or two ago about a situation that I'm going through, and the comment was made to me about things that I had no control over, but I'm sitting there dealing with the situation at hand. You know, you know what I'm talking about, right, y'all?
Yeah, I feel you, God.
So it's like as a father, I feel the opposite of what he feels. You know what I'm saying? Because I tried to be there without being given the opportunity to be there, where I can understand his situation because in my situation, I can man, I love my pops too, but my pops didn't give a rat's ass about me either. So while he's telling the story, I'm like, I get that. I get it. And I
Mm.
think about how that affected my relationship with other women. I think about how that affected my relationship with um friends. I think about the trouble I got in because of that shit. I think about when I'm around other people and they're around their parents and they got a good relationship with their parents, how I'm comfortable in the situation, but I'm uncomfortable at the same fucking time because that shit ain't what I'm used to.
Facts, bro. That's a fact, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like when
That's
you
a
see
fact, bro.
somebody with their mother and they mother just is loving towards them. I didn't grow up with that loving ass mother. My father wasn't there. So with that whole family dynamic, it was different than Charlie's. However,
Similar.
I can I can I can hear it and be like, yeah, okay. Now, hearing his story makes me understand my story a little bit better. To be honest with you, because
Mine too.
there were some things that he said
Mine
tonight
too.
that I was
We
like,
got you, Zeke.
yeah, I've been there, and but it ain't been in that same vein. I felt that release of a Charlie. You know what I'm talking about. I
Yeah, I
felt
feel you, bro. I
son,
feel you.
even though it's in a different way.
Well, I think Zeke asked the question, and it can apply to both of y'all. Through the things that you've been through and the generational so called curses, what are you doing to break those now?
That's the thing with okay with becoming an older person.
Hmm.
Certain things sort of set in place, even though you haven't recognized that they've set in place. Certain behaviors people have, a lot of people don't recognize that those are their behaviors. Certain hurts that I can go to work and be around folks, go to church, be around folks, but they don't see the real me. But my woman will see it. She'll see those times that I don't feel like putting on a smile. She'll see those times I'll be like, fuck it, I don't feel like doing a show tonight. She'll see those times where I'm angry at the world. Where other people just see certain aspects of me. Social media sees a certain aspect of me. You understand what I'm saying? The people at the church see a certain aspect of me. The people at my job see a certain aspect of me. But a person that would come into my life, oh, guess what? They got to see all of me. They got to see the good. They got to experience the bad and make a determination if they can put up with the shit that I'm putting up with them.
Mhm.
I got to go through the same ordeal with them.
I gotta hit you right there, Russ.
What's up?
To a certain extent, you allow certain people to get close to you. That's not in the retrospect of a romantic way with you, such as myself and Queen.
Those are
We see
those
you. I got what you're
those are
saying.
different
A
relationships.
different, right? But I'm saying I see, like you said, what you give on social media and at church. We kind of get the rawness of you
Yeah,
sometimes because
I get everything
some
you're
people
saying.
don't understand
I
that
get
too.
everything you're saying. But a woman that would fuck with me
Oh
would
yeah,
see
almost
something
definitely.
that
She gonna
none
get
of you
all.
see. They will have no.
Ah,
I'm trying to tell you. They will have. Listen, I've had arguments with Queen.
Whew.
I've had disagreements
shit,
with
we
people
done
on
had
the show.
arguments with each other.
But guess what? They were.
I can't
Listen,
stand you.
guess what though? All those arguments were show related. They weren't.
Mhm.
Me and Queenie wasn't falling out about how I feel about how Queenie living her life. Or Queenie wasn't calling me telling me like I think that you doing this fucked up with your life. Or you talk to me like this because
No,
god damn it, you mad. You understand what I'm saying? God damn it,
right, man.
I called you yesterday and you was just in a fucked up mood and you no,
Oh
Queenie
yeah,
don't
we
catch
do
that of
kind
me.
of.
But guess what? My
I
woman or one of you ladies, your man is at one point going to catch that side of you. And once they catch that side of you, what the other baggage that has come along with you in all that time may or may not open up.
yeah,
You got to learn to control those
yeah,
emotions.
you do,
Listen, men that
you
have been
do.
hurt have a hard time actually trusting anything.
Fact.
Men who
Women,
have been hurt have never been
Listen
taught
what I'm
how
saying.
to
When
deal
I
with
say
women do
it.
too.
anything, I mean
Women,
no,
yeah,
I mean
No, that's
anything. I mean
not
not
true.
just the woman that they
That's not
listen,
true.
not no, listen what I'm saying. Let me finish saying what I'm saying. Not just the women that they fuck with. They They have a distrust for the niggas that they fuck with. They-
Fact.
Especially when you get older and you recognize how niggas actually are.
That's a fact.
You look at shit differently. And if you don't, bro, I guarantee I suggest to you that you do.
Well,
Fact,
I'm gonna
bro.
tell you from a woman's point of view,
Mhm.
we got that same type of mentality because
Yeah.
it's
If you
yeah.
if you live in your life,
No,
if you live in your life every
Say
day,
that.
that's what I'm saying. If you go from being 20, like how we broke it down tonight, from being 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and you haven't recognized anything fucked up about the people that's around you, it might be you really need to look at.
mm, say that
That's a
again.
fact, bro.
Say
That's
that
a
again for
fact,
the people
bro.
in the back.
Nobody has lived their lives 20, 30 years and has not come across a snake.
Mm,
Nobody has lived their years 20, 30 years and has not dealt with hard times with a job, dealt with wondering how they're gonna get their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you experience things as you get older. If you have not, I say woe unto you.
yeah, because when the bottom drop out, baby.
Woe unto you. Like I'm at a point in my life where I want to trust a lot of things. I want to trust a lot of people. But
mm,
who the fuck do I actually trust? Hmm.
That's everybody right now,
Now, no, now guess what?
especially in these day and
Now guess
times.
what? If I feel that way about life, how do I feel about relationships and who I trust?
That's worse.
and you
Mm,
know what, Russ? I was sitting outside the other day, and like I said, for some reason, I'm at this odd peace with myself, and I started noticing. You know how, like you said, who do I trust? Who do I? I stopped trying to rely on somebody else
right.
for that. Like for my peace, my happiness, my joy, all these things we say we want from somebody else. I stopped looking for somebody to give that to me and started giving it to myself.
Mm,
So now that I'm giving it to myself and I'm at peace with myself and I'm happy with myself, when
come on.
somebody comes into my realm or my area,
Mm,
it's easy for me to see, nope, you're not the person for me. I won't even be wasting time with that person. And once you get to a point where you're happy with yourself,
yes.
truly happy with yourself, truly at peace with yourself, the stuff that you used to deal with, the stuff you used to accept, the stuff that you would say it's okay, it won't be that way. It will not. Because you won't, it's just, it won't sit right with you. Because you have peace and happiness by yourself. We got to learn to make, people got to learn to make themselves happy. And then stop trying to substitute what we think was happiness.
That's a hard thing. You know what? That's a hard thing to do when you constantly looking for love. I mean,
Well,
I'm
see,
just gonna throw
That's
that
a
out there.
fact, yo.
I'm just gonna throw
well,
that out.
see,
That's a
see, that's
fact.
the thing.
No,
That's
no,
a
I ain't
Preach,
saying this. Listen,
preach, God.
this is what I'm
Preach,
saying.
God.
What I'm saying to you, Queen. I'm not saying that you're wrong at all. I just said that's a hard to do.
It's hard.
When whoa,
I'm
when
sorry, I wasn't talking to the
Facts.
dog.
that's what I'm saying. That's a hard thing to do when you're 49, when you're 48, when you I don't know how old Zeke is. I don't know. I don't know how old y'all are, but it's a hard thing to
46.
do to break the concept. It's something that you can. It's something that you can understand in concept, something that you can accept in concept, but to live in it. See, guess what?
You know why?
Hold on, let me finish. This is the thing. Most of us have been dealing with bullshit for so long that it's hard to break the bullshit that we know.
Could
That's
be
the
true.
truth.
But let me tell you why it's hard. Because when you say you're looking for, see, notice what you're saying. You're looking for.
Breaking the bullshit. That's breaking
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bullshit.
yeah. Now listen to what I'm telling you. You're saying you're looking for. The issue with that is you're looking for it in someone else. They can't give you that happiness. They can't be that for you. You have to be it for yourself. So now you have to look at you for it. See, when we go looking, we're
Hmm.
looking out here.
No.
You're looking over here, looking over there. No, no, baby. It's right here.
I agree, but see, this is the thing.
Don't look for somebody else to make you
No, no,
happy.
no. Listen, what I'm about to say, because that's a yes and no comment. Listen to what I'm about to say, because there are people that we can meet in life that can help us become better people and help us get to the point where we acknowledge that state.
Hmm.
But we got to be ready
Can't
to.
do it for you.
No, no. Listen, what I'm saying. We've got to be ready. But guess what? What you just said right now. Let's get out of the relationship stage, right? What you just said right now was 100% truth. But whoever is listening has to be at a position where they're ready to listen to you to make it happen.
Facts.
Well, and not only listen, they have to be ready to do the
No,
work.
no. First, you got to be able to listen.
You got to
You
be
gotta
ready.
receive. You
I'm
gotta
not gonna, I'm not
receive. You
gonna
gotta
do
receive
shit
it
that I
first,
ain't
yo.
listened to yet.
Yeah,
I'm
true,
not gonna do shit that don't make sense to me.
true.
You understand what I'm saying? The,
Hmm.
the point is, a lot of us have to get to the point where we can understand where we are and also be open to have somebody come in that can help us get to another level. The
True that.
problem is, you can understand where you are. The thing is, do you get comfortable with where you are to where somebody comes in and says, let's go, it's time to move up. But you're like, fuck it, I'm comfortable with where I am. Fuck what you talking about. My life is good. And you settle for settle some living. Everybody has to reach a point, whether you 20 or you our age. Some at some point, some got to come where a change has to take place for you to get there. It's not doing it the way that you used to do it, because guess what? The way that you used to do it didn't get it there. Because yes, you still feel the way that you feel. You still feel the hurt that you feel. But until you can look at a relationship, a situationship, anything differently, you're going to get the same fucking results.
But
If
see,
you tell me you love me, right?
hmm
And and we just it's a bad situation, but we're trying to make it work, right? But if you keep fucking with four other niggas, and if it's always another nigga there, I'm going to be like, yo, I'm trying to make a change, but you keep doing something different, right? We can have conversations all day about what the fuck we would like to have happen, but if I'm doing the same shit, I can't expect you to sit there and deal with it.
That's a fact.
If
That's a
I'm the
fact,
nigga
bro.
with all the bitches, I can't expect you to deal with it. But guess what? If you the female with all the niggas, I'm gonna look at you differently.
That's right.
but see, that's why I said some things we will accept and some things we won't. But the journey that you're going to go on, it's a solo journey. Everybody can go with you. And see, again, this is a self journey. You have to grow with self. Once you get to a certain level of self awareness, self love, when that person comes into your life, whether you said like this on this level, if you on this level and they down here, you're not, they gonna have to move up to you. Then you move together. Again,
Yeah, but it's a
it's a
different
journey
level.
by yourself.
Those are two different conversations. Because guess what? The person that's up here, and they meet somebody down here, the person down here has to make a decision to come up here.
But again, and again, if they make that decision, notice what it is. It's a self decision. Oh, I'm going to try my best to get here. It's not my job up here to come down here then bring you back up. No. If you want to get here, you're gonna have to do the work to get there. See, that's what I'm saying. It's a journey by yourself. You gotta look at it that way.
What you got to say, Charlie? I see your face.
See, it's simple, man. I feel y'all explaining this shit, but this shit is simple, man. It's called one word, man. It's called accountability, bro. You got to be accountable for yourself, your own actions, your own feelings, and how you feel. And you got to put God first. See, I was gonna answer that question that Queen asked. You know what I'm saying? How you break that shit. As far as me, I put God first and I hold myself accountable. You know what I'm saying? I don't put the blame on nobody else. If I let you in my life and you fuck me over, that's my fault. I should have been studying, researching you, and seeing what type of person you was. If you gonna fuck me over, but I didn't do that, and I let you in my life, and you end up fucking me over. That's with any job or whatever. You have to be accountable first for yourself, G. If you're not accountable for yourself, nothing is gonna work, man. And you got to put God first, man. If you don't have God first in your life, nothing you have will work. See? Nothing. And that comes with accountability. Mhm. You start accepting your wrong in whatever situation you're in, what you did in that situation, instead of blaming it on somebody else, you'll figure out a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a whole different person because I did that, man. Once I started being accountable for my own action, shit started becoming clear. You know what I'm saying? Shit started moving a different way. I started, of course I need a little help here and there, but shit, I gotta work that shit out on my own. On my own, man. I gotta be accountable for me. And I gotta
Okay.
make myself happy.
I got
Mhm.
Not
I
easy.
got one question for everybody on the show because we're
Not
getting ready to
easy.
wrap it up.
Woo!
Getting ready to wrap
Me
it
and
up.
Charlie gonna be best friends.
I want to
Eat
We gonna
answer
fight
Queen.
next week.
it. Eat it. Eat
Me
it.
and Charlie gonna be fighting next week.
I already know it. Eda, what did you
Answer
learn from
Queen's
tonight's show?
question.
The key thing of it is sometimes you think you know a person until they really tell you what's what. And I've learned more about Charlie tonight than I've ever. As long as me and Charlie have been in this thing together, I learned more about Charlie and his movers and dealings tonight than I have since I've been knowing him. I have learned that Charlie is not the hardcore roughneck person that he puts on to be. Charlie is a man that is truly just genuinely saying, I'm just a true man that wants to be loved wholeheartedly, unconditionally.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Zeke,
Okay. First, I'm going to answer Queen. And she asked me, what did I do to break the cycle? Me, I've accepted that I am who I am. I accept accountability, take responsibility for my actions because I'm alone, because I've pushed people out of my life. I've switched my relationships. I've taken responsibility for all my fuck ups. And now I'm pouring my knowledge in teaching my godson how to be a gentleman, how to treat a lady, doors for a lady, put a coat on a young lady, pull out a chair. He's already got the charm. He knows how to be. He's already in things where he's a young man and I'm a gentleman and a better man. And I also teach my goddaughter how she ought to be treated by a man. Now, as far as me being in a relationship, I'm used to being alone. I'm a gladiator automatically. So I'm meant to be alone. It is what it is. No one wants me because I'm in. It is what it is. And two, I work. I do what I have to do as a man. Now, I understand, Charlie. Now, what I've learned was I've had conversations with Queen and I've had conversations with Ida, and I was like, I thought Charlie in the beginning, bro, I thought you was a straight up asshole. But I see you in a different light, brother, where I've gained level, a whole of respect for you, man to man. As a man, brother, I have nothing but a deep level of respect. And I appreciate you as a brother to open yourself up like this because I can express that we're cut from the same cloth, but we have different directions that we move. and I can deeply respect you because all my questions was answered because I was like, yo, spoke with Queen. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is Charlie's problem? And Charlie would say, well, Charlie is Charlie. And I'm like, yo, his thought process. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with him? And then as you story and how Russ broke it down, the ages and where you was with your and how you explain shit, broke it all down for me where, bro, I have nothing but the utmost respect for you. I give you 100% respect and full props on you coming forward and revealing Charlie, who you are with no fronting, no fucking bullshit ass personas, no phoniness. Opened yourself up and the real Charlie, which most people won't even open up and show. But you did that, bro. And I got nothing but the most fucking respect for you. And I'm saying the man, bro, you got nothing but respect and nothing but love from here in New York. B, I got your back. Real talk.
Appreciate that,
Respect.
God. Appreciate that, God. Appreciate that. And let me say one thing to you too, bro, before you go there. I disagree with you with. God did not create any of us to be alone, bro. No, we always
Well,
have a mate, bro. It's a mate out here for everybody, bro. It might take you time to figure that out, bro. It took me, but we are not meant to be alone. We are not meant to face this world. You see how hard it is out here, bro? We are not meant to face this world alone. It's
yeah.
impossible, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's when we in
Well, I'm
solitude,
46, bro.
that is to get. It ain't over with for you, bro. You know, I'm 49, bro. I ain't over with. One will come in my life tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? God, it's how God work, man. God is, God got a funny bone on him too, bro. He'll fuck with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that alone shit, bro, don't put that shit on you, bro. There's somebody out there for you, somebody out there for everybody, bro. Because that's how God meant it to be. If God meant for us to be alone, it would have never been no Adam and Eve. It would have never been no mama and daddy. He'd have found a way to create another human being on some solo shit. He did no, we need that person, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, but it
Well,
might take
I'm
you a little
40.
time to figure that out, but it's all good. That's just me for you, and I appreciate the respect. I respect you too, God. You know what I mean? I just want to tell you
I
that shit,
respect
man
you,
to
bro.
man, bro.
Come on, talk to me,
Thank you.
Queenie, very quick.
Damn it, Charlie, just messed it up for me. Now I got to go in here and be depressed because I'm single. Shit. But no, I'm just.
Fuck you mean by that? We all single.
Oh well, hell, we gonna be depressed together. Okay? We're gonna have a depressed party. But
I
anyway,
ain't gonna be depressed. You be depressed on your own damn time. Damn that shit.
well, I love you too.
I
No,
love you too,
I'm
but
not
I
gonna
ain't gonna
be.
sit there. Look, I ain't gonna sit and water the depression shit. I might just take a trip.
Oh. Okay, I ain't mad at you. Yep, okay, but no.
Go
Tonight's
to find me a wife.
ain't nobody find you nothing. Find you a tooth. Find your ass a tooth. Um,
Hey man, leave my man Zeke
Queen,
alone, man. Leave my
Queen,
man
be
alone,
nice, be
bro.
nice, boo.
I gotta get
Stop
at
fucking
me.
with the God, man.
Charlie,
I'm
he
trying
said
to
his
be
Charlie, he
serious. I
said
was
his step up there.
see,
He
I
said
was
his
trying to
step
be light and love today, and here he go. I'm about to go left. Zeke, be cool. But no, seriously, this episode was an amazing episode because if nobody out there learned anything, you should have learned this. Never judge a book by its cover.
Don't
Open
say
it
that.
up. Open it
Read
up
the story.
and read some of the
That's
chapters
right.
that are going on in there because once you open it up and read these chapters, you're going to find an amazing story. This
Facts.
story that he's telling us, he opened up, he shared his soul with us. And Charlie, I thank you for that. I really do because you gave me the power to do the same thing. I'm not gonna do it on live, so don't even ask me. But no, I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. But
That laugh was crazy.
no, I'm not doing that.
Crazy part.
But what I'm saying is the people who I won't let close to me, I'm to the point where I'm no longer afraid. If you understand what I'm saying, I'm willing to open that door to say, okay, I'm gonna let you get a little closer to me. Whereas before, no, no. But I'm gaining strength from that, and I thank you.
I be trying. I be trying.
I'm gonna slap you on your bald head,
I
but
be trying.
but no, this was an empowering episode. Really, it was. Because if, like I said, if somebody was listening to you, they can relate to you. They can, what you were saying was resonating. And I want you to give love a chance. Give it a chance. I'm not saying, let somebody in to just tear you down, but give it a chance. And when I say give it a chance, remember what you had before, where you felt that love, but just know that next person is not that old person.
Right. So true.
I'm gonna leave it right there.
And the dog done amen it.
Right. He always amen.
He's like, "Roof."
Well, we definitely had a good one tonight.
Yeah.
Can I say something right quick though?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Um, I appreciate y'all, man, for giving me the platform, man, to be vulnerable, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I be holding a lot of shit in, man. You know what I'm saying? I be holding a lot of shit in. For me to be able to come here and have somewhere to release that, and tell what I be going through and what I went through, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. I got the mad love for y'all, man. Y'all my people, man. You know what I'm saying? I thank y'all for that.
Oh, no problem, man. We fuck with you. We fuck with you. And after the show, just stick around because I want to make sure you get the background and everything and know how to get that in. Now,
Young brother in New
since
York.
you jumped your ass up on here. Um,
All right.
We'll be
Yep.
arguing
Yep.
next week.
well, first, let me say this.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I want all the smoke. Come on with it.
I want to see next week if we can have another discussion without a clip. So next
What
week we're
the
talking
clip?
about politics, right?
No, religion.
Religion,
Tomorrow
Religion.
next week is
religion,
religion.
then oh yeah, religion, then politics. So, hmm. You know what? No, because I can see a couple clips coming in here for religion. I really can. Okay, so yeah,
I won't do it.
yeah. Thank the Lord Jesus, because
I
this,
ain't gonna do it.
oh, nigga, I ain't gonna even say nothing right now, nigga. I swear to God, this nigga right here, this
What's
all I'm
wrong?
gonna say is the nigga that's up under the lady in the purple.
I got cut off.
This motherfucker. I told this nigga like
Oh,
on
oh yeah,
Thursday.
oh yeah. We told you last
I
week
said,
you
don't
want you
send me
you
no.
you
I
at
said,
least
don't
your
send me no
minimum,
more clips. We got enough right now.
and
This
she sent
nigga
you
sent
10
me
more, didn't she?
54 more clips. I had to tell her that. I said, look, motherfucker,
That's my
stop
sister.
hitting me with all these goddamn clips. I can't. I said, shit. By the time I get through looking through your clips, I can't even go find no clips that I want to run. I swear to God, and I can put it up right now. There are so many fucking clips that this little motherfucker be getting, and I'd be like, this. I love
But
her.
you got enough shows for a long time.
Yeah, I love
Have
you.
you long time?
Yeah, yeah.
And we got to
You got
get to
enough
that
shows.
clip I sent you about that dinner with them ladies. Oh, yeah. That's got to, bro. You know what I'm
I'm
talking
sorry.
about. That
What the
dinner with
guy?
them
What the guy?
ladies. And it,
And she wanted him to pay.
yes.
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
seen that
We
one.
have, we
Yeah,
have to
we
get on top.
yeah.
We have to get on that one, G. You got to get on
So
that
so
one, B.
so next week, let's be clear. We're talking about what?
Religion.
Religion.
Okay.
Spirituality.
Father God, in the name of Jesus, I'm gonna pray us out of the show tonight. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we're
I
gonna
don't
ask
hear this prayer.
that every
Oh,
human
Lord.
that's on the show tonight. We're gonna ask that you come into the house and you make sure everybody's good. Make sure that no hurt, harm, or danger falls over the people that's even watching the show tonight. I know they might be laughing right now, but I'm serious as a heart attack. In Jesus' name, amen. Y'all niggas be good and don't let me talk about y'all this week. Uh-huh. Great show, my nigga
Amen.
Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.